What is good, everybody? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. We're here for another episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Got to introduce you to the squad. Yeah. What's good? What's good, man? We got a lot of content to get to today. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Y'all ain't been hitting that like button for your boy. Hit the like button. What are you looking at? Look, hold up. Push the button. I'm sick of this, man. But no, hey, we got to get into some interesting topics here because ESPN predicting that Justin Fields will lead the NFL in interceptions. It's like AD said yesterday. At this point, they just dropping personal beef on this. We've also got to ask who's going to have the biggest step. Who's going to take that biggest step forward for the Chicago Bears? Will it be Justin Fields? Will it end up being David Montgomery, Darnell Mooney? And then, of course, want to talk about Juan Soto turning down a whole lot of money. He had some things to say about it today as well. And a couple of trades that could be in place finally for KD and Kyrie, which could change things for the Brooklyn Nets. All that more on today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Let's go!
Let's go. I got two phones.
Right. I got her two phone Terry in this mother. Two phone Terry in this mother. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again, joined by the Brody Bros in the building. How y'all feeling today, my boys? What's going on with y'all, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah, not bad.
Too much. It
is pretty warm and humid outside.
Bro, it is hot outside. Forget warm and humid. It is hot. Hot, daddy. What was that? What comedian said that? That was Kevin Hart, wasn't it? Hot, daddy. Hot. Talking about the stove. That mess had me dying, bro. Hey, man, Kev be coming with some stuff. Kev has dropped some stuff that, like, it just stick with you, and you'll be like, who said that? You got Kevin Hart. Oh, that was great. But no, man, we gonna jump pretty much straight into the show, man. Not too much going on today outside on the Bulls front or anything. So just jumping straight into some Bears talk today to get today's show started. ESPN believes that the Chicago Bears will not only be the worst team in football, they not only will have the number one draft pick in the NFL, but also that Justin Fields will throw the most interceptions out of any quarterback in the NFL this season. I ask you, boys, what say you? Do you believe that Justin Fields will lead the NFL in interceptions this season?
No, because he don't got Matt Nagy under him.
It's not a bad take. It's not a bad take at all.
Hey, Mug know what was going on. Hey, I reported, bro. He literally went to the post game presser.
Yeah.
And said, when the flag come out, just throw that trash up.
Oh yeah, this is true. That's actually more of an interesting take. I'd kind of forgotten about that. That Matt Nagy last season.
I reported that, and then
on the show, Matt Nagy last season, absolutely. There was some miscommunications on the sideline, which tripped both of us out, right? Because we were like, "Can you have the headset on while the play is going on?" But basically, they told Justin this was in play. It was going to be a flag. Throw it up. Justin threw that mug up. There was no flag. And, it's a pick on Justin going into the end of the half instead of they were trying to basically hit the Aaron Rodgers false start, quick throw downfield play, and you get a penalty on top of it. You get like a pass interference or something like that. So I had forgotten about that. That's actually a good one to say that's going to take it away from him. I just, here's the weird part about it for me, right? It's like, nobody, and I get like you don't really listen to what NFL head coaches say anyway, right? Because they lie, like they lie a lot. Yeah, I mean, like it's not a hidden fact, but like Coach Flus has told us this is going to be a run-heavy team. How many passes is Justin going to be throwing a game that we have to worry about Justin Fields leading the league in it. Like he would have to be throwing like 2 to 3 interceptions a game. And I just don't see him dropping back to pass the ball enough for that to be the case. It's not a slight one way or the other, but Coach Flus told us the game plan. Also, who are these dominant DBs that Justin Fields is going to be struggling with?
Big facts. Big, super big facts.
I mean, honestly, like, I hate to keep saying, like, going to the schedule and looking at this, but it's like, now I will say this, right? Like, let me ask this. If the offensive line doesn't pan out, the caveat is there, right? I can see Justin Fields having a high interception season if your offensive line can't figure it out, because in that situation, Justin Fields is getting hit a lot. He's rushing. He's on the run a lot. He's trying to make a lot of judgment plays, trying to make a lot of plays on the fly. I think that's a situation where I could see Justin Fields possibly leading the NFL in interceptions.
But even with that, it was like, it's not, if I can, I'll add something to your point. The running game would have to fail as well. Like, he would have to not trust handing it off to one of 3 running backs that we have on a roster that are all pretty good. Plus, we got a legit fullback. My thing is, like, they smoking the most exotic za over there at SPONSERS. Like,
it's so like, personal now.
Like, it's green, shiny, gold, purple. Like,
it's such a personal beef at this point.
Like, yo, like, they really are smoking the most exotic za, bro.
I just
because ain't no way. Like Chris Brown saying, ain't no way.
Relax.
Ain't no way that you could have all this smoke for the Bears and Justin Fields before seeing anything. Like,
and it's only them.
Everything has completely changed. Like, this is legit not even the same team. Like, literally, most of the skill positions have changed.
Yes.
The only one...
Cole is the same. Montgomery's the same. Fields is the same.
Handful.
And Darnell.
A handful.
Yeah.
This is literally not your last year's Bulls. Or, sorry, Bears. Same with the Bulls, too. But this is not last year's Bears.
Yeah.
So, like, what insider information do you have? Like, I need y'all to list these sources. Like what is it? Like MLA style. Like we used to do in English class. Like, I really need y'all to list these sources because it don't make no sense.
I mean,
even if I'm just saying, like, worst case scenario, we rest on a run game. Worst case scenario, we run RPO all day. Worst case scenario, he doesn't throw a deep pass.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to.
But I'm saying, like, worst case, we'll dink and dump it to death.
Now that you might say, yeah.
But like him,
well, you got two of the best block and wide receivers. They expect them bubble screens to be there,
right,
baby.
But him leading, especially when we don't run, even run a West Coast offense. Like, literally, the percentage of throws is higher than what will be with our team. If you throw more, there's a higher percentage of being an interception. Low, like, we literally, I don't, like, there will be, I can guarantee you this. Guarantee. Shout out to Chuck. There will be
what if he trademarked that?
More running attempts.
Yeah. I wonder if he trademarked that.
Way more running attempts than throws this year. In general. And if I'm wrong, I'm happy. I don't care. Because look, I want success for Justin Fields. One, because I'm a Chicago Bears fan.
Yeah.
Number one. Two, I want all y'all to be really, really, really wrong. Like, I really want you to be wrong.
Yeah.
Like, really wrong. Like really, 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 really wrong. Like, I'm almost about to, like, bet my house on it. I'm just playing. Never that. But
get a house.
I got to get one.
You got to get a house, and then you can bet it.
Maybe a Monopoly house.
I'm fine with it.
But legit, like, for people to have so much smoke for Justin Fields in his second year, correct?
Yes, this is second
year.
Yeah.
Second head coach. His rookie year, he had to deal with 2 quarterbacks around him that were able to start, not necessarily wanted, but able to start.
Yeah.
His starting spot or his spot in general in the quarterback room was in question all year. They threw him out there periodically, confusing. Matt Nagy mixing up NFL and whatever phantom expert playbook that we've heard about for numerous amount of years and seasons, for it to fall flat in his face and hurt Justin Fields in the process. So my thing is, we need to scrap the whole landscape when it comes to all these assumptions about Justin Fields, because anything you've seen before this season does not count. Literally, we're starting a whole new system right here.
I don't disagree with you on that. I think you have to look at it like you can take some things from last season, but I think the things you take from last season are what did he learn from being in that situation, right? Did he learn how to play on the fly? Did he learn how? Because there is something to be said to that, right? Like there's an entire learning process that's going to come in on retraining your brain if this offensive line plays better. There could be moments, and there's been a lot of quarterbacks where you're talking about they had to reset their mentality because their clock in their head was set to, I'm finna get hit in 2 seconds.
Right.
And the offensive line had improved, and so they're getting ready to scramble out of there, try and make a play on the run, and you didn't need to. You needed to be in the pocket. You needed to step up in the pocket. When the pocket came around you, you needed to take a step forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I think there might be a little bit of that with Justin, but even to that degree, right? Like, and I hate to keep going back to the schedule, but it's just like, what is this team that y'all see? Like, why is there not this smoke for the Jets? Greeny is literally on ESPN radio for 2 hours a day, and I don't hear this smoke for the Jets. Why is there not this smoke for the Giants? Why is there not this smoke for, and let's be real, right? They went out and spent money this year. The Jaguars have proved nothing. We act like Golden Boy's we acting like Sunshine's gonna come out here and just be balling out because all of a sudden the Jaguars decided to spend money. Oh, does that mean that the coaching staff got it figured out already?
He's in the same situation as Justin, isn't he?
Nah, they spent money. He's in the situation that Justin's gonna be in next year. They brought a lot.
I'm saying with the coaching,
brand new coach. Yeah. Well, yeah. He had what's his name last year from Ohio. From Ohio State, Urban Meyer. Yeah, Urban Meyer. Like, yeah, that's a whole different situation right there. You ain't got to worry about the playbook on Sunday. You got to worry about what the playbook smell like on Sunday. You're like, what's going on those
what is this
fingers?
White substance that's on here, man?
That's crazy.
What is?
Hey, nah, but I was like you said, not to keep harping on the schedule, but just yes or no. Week 1, 49ers, dominant DB.
I'd give them that they got some pretty good DBs over there.
Week 2, Packers, Jair Alexander.
Yep. Pretty good DBs.
Twice in the season. Texans, dominant DB.
They just drafted them all. Literally, Lovey was like, got to get these DBs in here.
Giants, no dominant DBs.
No, thank you.
Minnesota, dominant DB.
No,
not that I recall.
Yeah,
they got a nice front though. They got a nice front seven, and that's the thing, right? Like you also got to take my biggest thing is you got to take the front seven into account,
right?
Like it's not just the DBs. Like the DBs are going to get picks, but it's Justin Fields getting hit. Mm-hmm. I'll give Minnesota a really nice front seven.
Yeah.
Commanders.
That's a scary defense. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
So that's their linebackers are nice, right?
Their linebackers and their line. Hey, listen, you got Deron Payne coming up the middle.
Yeah.
Hey, no, that's gonna get scary.
Deron Payne, Chase Young, and Montez.
Yeah, that's scary. That's dangerous right there. He might lead the league in interceptions because he might throw 7 picks that day because that's a scary defense. I need our O-line to really step up.
Dominant DB. They lost J.C. Jackson.
Now they lost J.C. Jackson. Not really. But I mean, it's Bills, so like I expect that defense to play well.
Cowboys, dominant DB.
Nah.
Thank you.
Hey.
The weakest defense.
Hey.
don't they?
I
But outside of Michael Parsons,
Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs giving up a lot of yardage out there. Now he might have improved, but Trayvon Diggs out there, he gonna give up a lot of yards for Justin Fields.
Dolphins.
Now the scary part is Michael Parsons coming up the middle.
I thought the Dolphins had a pretty good defense.
Dolphins got a nice defense. Dolphins got a nice defense.
Lions dominant.
I don't believe in their offense though. I think we're gonna get the ball back a lot in that game.
Oh yeah.
The Lions
dominant DBs.
I don't even think Lions got a dominant anything.
Hey.
They got a nice tight end. I really do like TJ.
I don't know. Maybe their special teams might be nice. Special teams.
Falcons.
Yeah, special. Falcons don't even have a football team. Cordell Patterson's a heck of a DB. Cordell Patterson probably could play some DB.
But he can't play every position.
He actually
Or
can.
he? Not at the same time.
Jets dominant DB.
Jets dominant DB.
Is Reeves still over there?
What?
They're not. I don't think so.
Not that I can think of on the Jets.
I don't think so.
Eagles.
Eagles, I thought had
Eagles
a nice
got
one.
a nice defense.
Bills.
That's scary. That's a scary week. No matter how confident I feel about the Bears, that's a loss for me.
And then Minnesota again.
Nah.
So
Yeah.
like, in actuality, where these interceptions is coming from, outside of maybe 2 D lines.
Well, it's really about how your offensive line plays, right? And it's about the confidence that you have. And I will say this, right?
Well, 3.
Not to destroy. Like I get like the harping on the Bears and jumping in on the Bears, but this is kind of what I want to get to. We got an ad read that we want to do, and then I want to get into it, right? How improved is this offensive line, if any, that we feel that Justin's going to take this step? That's something definitely want to get into. But first, hey, we got to tell you guys that support for the Windy City Breeze is brought to you by Manscaped. They back, baby. Who's the best and below the waist grooming champions of the world? Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard it here, right? The 4.0. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you right now. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the promo code BREEZE. That's BREEZE at manscaped.com. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the promo code BREEZE at manscaped.com. And I'm gonna tell you guys this right now, right? Everybody sitting up here is a fan of Manscaped. Now, we're not gonna get into a deep conversation here. Steph trims his mustache with it, but that's tough. That's tough. Man, when you're talking about the Lawnmower 4.0, though.
I can change the blades.
Oh, Jesus. You're talking about Manscaped, and they have engineered their ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality, an incredible, comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. I now feel confident shaving the boys. Here's the thing. Lawnmower 4.0 even allows you to customize your trim. You want to go with a nice bush out there and just clean it up? You got the
Want a little taper fade?
You want the taper fade? You want the what was the Dallas one that we had from the Texas or the San Antonio, whatever the fade was. San Antonio fade. Y'all know what I'm talking about in the chat. The Lawnmower 4.0 allows you to customize your trim length with sizes 1 through 4. All you got to do to get it right now, go over to manscaped.com and use the promo code BREEZE to get 20% off with free shipping. Again, that's the promo code BREEZE for 20% off with free worldwide shipping. Your balls. Well, thank you.
Hey, personally, I think I'm going to get the certified lover boy cut. You know what I'm saying?
But you cutting the heart in it, bro?
Yeah, I might.
You cutting the heart in it? I just thought about what that is, bro.
I might do that.
You cutting the heart in it, bro?
See what you thinks of that. How you like me?
Where does it start? You starting at the base and working your way around, or you going flip upside down so it actually looks like
I don't know. My heart is big. Might as well cut a big heart in there. Bang.
Let's get back to the show.
Oh yeah.
Manscaped been back for one day, and now we got to figure out how to keep more.
Hey, what's up, Manscaped?
This is why we're not allowed to have.
Oh my God! Yeah, this is why we're not allowed to have nice things at all. Yeah.
Hey.
But no, getting back to the topic at hand. First off, appreciate you guys for tuning in and rocking with us, man.
Facts.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talks. So make sure that you get in tune with us.
Yes, sir.
So here's the question on the table, right? For me, how much has this offensive line improved? Because while I feel like even with the line that we had last year, Justin Fields wouldn't lead the NFL in interceptions, right? If this offensive line is not improved, it doesn't mean that he won't throw a nice quantity of interceptions, at least getting close to the reason why these guys think they're right. So do you feel like the offensive line has improved enough around Justin Fields, and I know we have to see it, but at least just bringing in the names, a second year, you get Lucas Patrick here, you've got Cody White here back to his natural position of guard. He's going to be standing next to Tevin Jenkins or Larry Borum, whoever's playing that left tackle position there, right? And we're going to see kind of what Tevin Jenkins ends up being in the NFL. You'll see what Larry Borum becomes, right? But you got some young pieces still on that line. Do you feel like that could be the part where people are looking at it and saying, hey, no, like you guys are going to struggle here to throw the ball because you didn't improve your offensive line enough?
Me personally, I don't think that's going to be the case. I mean, I think when you look at it in its totality, right, like you bring over Lucas Patrick and he's taking the brunt of the, like, I'm the guy that's got to be ready. I'm the guy that has to get everybody in their positions to let them know, like, you know, what everything's gonna look like.
Yeah.
You know, he's come out and said that him and Justin, I think, are gonna have. I think the meeting was this week or next week about what the offensive line is gonna look like. You just like you said, Cody Whitehair is gonna be back at his normal position.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing, right, was the flip of Borum and Jenkins.
Yeah, what that's going to be. If that's going to be a permanent thing or if that's just
if that's a permanent thing,
yeah.
I'm totally fine with that because I think that the Bears coaches went in and they saw something that, you know, Jenkins and Borum might not have seen. So when you take that into account,
yeah,
you got to think like the last 6 games we saw from them. Well, not saw from them, but you know, saw from Tevin Jenkins and all those guys last season. You take these guys that they got into account now. You talk about the flips and the changes. I think that you will see some kind of improvement, and you got to remember, like AD alluded to, they have a fullback.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of help on this offensive line this year.
They have a fullback, meaning that they're probably going to run the ball probably about 25 to 30 times a game, which is going to let Justin only throw the ball 20 to 23 times a game.
The good old
for right now. So that way, when the offense does get on lock, he'll be ready.
You might really get I formation.
Yeah.
These are all pluses.
Hey, Ringo know about that I formation. He lives in it. He lives in the I formation.
And to piggyback off Ringo, like the only issue, as Pat stated before, is the line has to build that trust with Justin so that his internal clock changes. So the only thing that will hurt Justin is if he bails out of the pocket thinking that he doesn't have that protection when he really does. So if he bails and leaves out and he's really got a decent pocket forming and starts getting hit a lot or throwing a ball away or anything like that, and the play starts to like fail and will fail early.
Yeah,
that's probably the biggest issue. But other than that, it really, like, I feel like the Bears have set up a situation where it's all up to the players to really execute and build a rapport with each other to get success. So we have the staff, we have the personnel. I feel like we have all the players in positions, those who are starting and those who will be coming in periodically, everything I think is shaped for them to be successful, especially on the O-line. It's like you just got to get out there and do it. So like we're gonna get what 3 preseason.
It's 3.
Yeah,
Three.
you get 3.
So-
you get 3.
So starters get what 1.5, and then we are on a real gameplay.
Well, and you're coming into this right with 100% knowing, hey, Justin Fields is our starter.
Right.
Hey, Darnell Mooney's our number 1. You already know those guys are going to be out there, right? Like, and the thing that I think Flus is going to do as well, that's going to help Justin this season that we saw none. Like, Justin Fields in a clean pocket was a really good quarterback last season. He didn't have many of them. Justin Fields with a moving, when you're moving that offensive line and he's getting that rolling pocket, was really good. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Like,
They only ran at 6. What
it was like
16 times?
I don't even think it was that many. I was trying to find the stat.
So what does that mean? A lot of. So that means like what bootlegs and play action, right?
RPO is like
RPOs, a lot of RPOs.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the stat here. But when he had a moving
it was
pocket,
close to like
his
a perfect
QBR
passer
was like 140 point something, right? And so, scheme is going to play a huge part into the success of Justin Fields. We're going to see, and I think that there's a lot of, I'm fine with there being questions on the Bears, right? I have questions on the Bears. Everybody in this chat right now has questions on the Bears. Everybody in this room has questions on the Bears because we don't know what the Bears are. But my thing is, you're not having these same questions about these same teams that are in the same position with, I guess you can say more talent, but not really. Like, the Giants don't have more talent. I'll give the Jaguars more talent at this point.
We have more offensive talent than the
You got Saquon Barkley.
We got more offensive talent than the Bears. I mean,
You've got Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, Kenny Galladay.
Is he fully healthy now?
Yeah, probably not. He never really is. And plus, the offensive line ain't gonna keep him alive.
Shepard's back.
There's pieces there, right? But it's also right. My biggest gripe is that everybody's in the same situation, but the Bears have become the focus.
5 quarterbacks and 5 teams. That's in the same
are we gonna?
actually.
Do you think we're gonna see early on how Eberflus's like offense is gonna be? Because who's our offensive coordinator?
Luke Getsy from the Packers.
From the Pack. So. Because like we dealt with the last couple coaches from the Bears, like super secretive, like it's G14 classified. We're not mentioning anything specific. Is that a football thing or is that more just like a?
That's just NFL.
That's
bro.
an NFL thing.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, the coaches that are mad open usually suck.
Oh, okay.
You know what? That's a fact.
The coaches that are like just ridiculously open, we're gonna let you know everything that's happening inside the building. We're not hiding anything here. Come at us and be like, Coach, why'd you go 3-14 this year? We don't know. It's the you and the us and the we.
After our 15 meeting.
Now that's a fact. Because I remember, do y'all remember when Chip Kelly came from Oregon?
Ooh.
And that mug
Chip was
like,
decent.
No.
Bro, that
was
offense
decent.
never translated.
Decent,
that offense never translated.
Didn't Chip? No. I'm thinking a buddy from Philly. I'm thinking Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
Chip had a year though, didn't he?
No,
it wasn't a year. I thought Chip had a year.
Came out and was like,
I thought that first year that mug might have worked.
I think he had 3 to 4 like. It was the NFL caught up really.
No,
fast.
it did.
It
That's
was
what
like
it was.
that third.
There was like 3 or 4 weeks when they were
good.
Nice.
But then that 5th game,
that,
like it's like they hit a wall.
Well, bro, because that offense was literally like run, go.
It was a fire sale. Give somebody a ball.
Legit, that mug was like, the whole thing. We're just gonna.
What was it? It was running 60 plays.
Yeah, bro.
Was it? I think it was like a half or something like that. It was trying to run like 40 to 60 plays. It was like, bro, like
that
what?
Mug was like, bro, and that mug's nutrition was like, we're gonna drink water, we're gonna eat oranges, and all this other stuff. That man had 4 weeks after that. Because I think Shady was talking about it on the I Am Athlete pod. Like, that never Like after a couple of weeks, it was like, yo, you do realize like we don't got the defense for what you're trying to do.
Yeah, that's the thing too, right?
What do you
like
mean?
Because
if you're the thing is right, it's basketball. That's legitimately basketball. So if you're scoring that fast, this man Steph out here destroying the equipment.
I got
If you're scoring that fast,
that the defense.
your defense got to get on the court or on the field.
I was thinking like that makes for a really fast 4 and out.
Well, it makes for an extremely quick 4 and
when
out.
they were like when it wasn't working, like they were on and then off like that.
But then the problem is your defense is getting driven down the field every single time, and they're exhausted now.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that thing with Michael Jordan and who was J.R. Ryder? That mug was talking trash.
Oh, when Kev was talking trash. Oh yeah.
Listen, man.
My bad.
Like,
I told you. Shut your up. That's one of my favorite basketball stories. I ain't gonna lie. It's the fact any story where like one person tells it and then you get the perspective of the other person on it. The only thing that'll make that story better is if one day somebody asks Mike. Like one day somebody get the chance to be like, hey, Mike, listen, Kevin's got this story going around. What was your perspective on it? And Mike's just like, I don't even remember that.
Because he just had to tell John Moran he was working.
So
Bruh, that mess had me. That's funny, but no, like that was a system that absolutely did not work. And so it goes to say, right, like system plays such a huge part into the success. Like the issue with the Bears against the Browns last year was that you had 40-year-old Jason Peters on an island with 25-year-old Myles Garrett just blowing past them, trying to kill dudes behind them. By the way, the dude behind him was your possible franchise quarterback making his first start. So the biggest thing that's going to play into this season, and it's going to play into what Justin Fields does this year, is going to be if Justin can, one, hold on to the ball and just make the right decision and stuff like that, but also, right, how many times he's dropping back and actually making a pass. Right, like there could be a ton that Justin does this season based on a limited offense. We saw Kirk Cousins put up 4,000 plus yards, and there's some games where he didn't throw the ball that much. So like, I expect that to be a very similar, almost a Jimmy Garoppolo type offense, because like to me, right, like. You want Justin to be a part of it, and you want Justin to show his ability, but you also want Justin to figure out this system. You gotta treat Justin like he's a rookie in this thing.
Because he is.
I mean, yeah. Essentially, I think the biggest thing that I'll even take it a step further. I mean, even though they didn't have the same roster that they had last year, I mean, I would think that you would kind of have to do it like how the Browns did Baker.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you got the two backs. I know that you can make all the throws. I need you to throw it 20 to 25 times a game, and I need you to be cool with that. Like the year that they went to the playoffs and like smacked the Steelers that first game, Baker was only throwing about 22 to 25 passes a game, but the thing is he can make the throws, and I think that's what you saw. That's what you're going to see with Justin, because he has that type of like you know he's got that type of arm strength. He's been working with Mooney, so Mooney's gonna be the number one. And these guys, from all reports, have been in the building, getting their work in.
Yeah.
So if him and Lucas Patrick come ready, because I feel like that's where it's got to start with them, on the offensive side of the ball, like they'll be able to do some things.
that's the most important relationship on the field for the Bears right now.
Oh, center
to quarterback because that's literally leader to leader, right? Like you need Lucas Patrick coming in, being the veteran on this team is really, to me, jumpstarts this offensive line, because you saw Lucas Patrick play really well in backup roles, but then finally getting the starting role due to injury last season, right? And then you're talking about a guy now coming in, having that leadership role, you're actually getting like I think people underestimate how important it is to be able to move somebody back to their natural position. Right. And Cody Whitehair, he's going to get to be able to play his natural position. He's been playing center for us for so long, right? Like it might not make as much of a difference anymore, but to me, it just makes such a difference to get people playing the position they're supposed to play. I'm going to be real with you. It's the reason I wanted Tevin Jenkins to play right tackle. Everybody was like, move him to left tackle. He's supposed to be a left tackle. He's supposed to be he played right tackle in college. Let him play right tackle in the NFL. Like, exactly. Stop. The one thing that I really just want to see the Bears and Chicago teams as a whole stop doing is forcing dudes into positions that they never played before.
Right. We love testing stuff.
We love it. Kobe White's the point guard.
Let's change everything you've done for 8 years and try something new once you get to professional level.
Hey, slide over a little bit.
But you know what, though? I think
there you go.
Hi.
Chocolate chip.
It's me.
I think the biggest thing too, I mean, when you look at everybody that has the primetime centers in the league, like their quarterbacks really don't got to do much. Like Dak, he really don't got to do much.
Yeah.
Like I love Indianapolis. Like I think Quentin Nelson's the best.
Hey, that's a team we ain't talked enough about this season.
Oh, they about to
eat. They got Matty Ice with protection.
Oh, wow.
And receivers and a run game.
I forgot about
and a defense.
They have everything.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Who's in Atlanta now?
Marcus
Mariota. Yeah, we don't care. Cordell Patterson. Cordell Patterson plays quarterback, throws it to himself. Remember how when you was alone and you would just throw the football up and you would catch it yourself and run away? Yeah, that's what Cordell Patterson gonna be doing.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Again.
But
poor Kyle Pitts.
I like the
everybody gonna think he a bust.
dog. I will say we got to get into the Madden ratings, but I guess we'll say that for later.
We can get into the Madden ratings a little bit. We got a 2-hour show, bro. We came up with enough topics for an hour and 10, and we gonna stretch the mess out of it. So we can get into the Madden ratings.
Y'all got to fill me in. I don't know who.
So basically,
I ain't mean right now. We can finish the topic. He's just like, we switching gears.
But I like the relationship that him and Matty Arch are gonna have.
Yeah.
Especially with the running back too, because I seen a couple of clips from last year where he's legitimately like telling Jonathan on Hard Knocks during the game, "Hey, bro, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna clear him out right here. I want you to run to the right.
Yeah.
The hole's gonna be there." And then he just went like,
and it just worked.
And it's everything. And it just controlling. Worked. So it's like if Lucas Patrick can come in and do that and get that rapport with Justin and David, seeing as the year that David had last year, they're going to be okay. Like they may win 10 games.
I'm telling you, and I want us to understand this if they knew, right? Because I know people think we idiots out here. Shout out to you, whatever your name was. I'm not picking the Bears to be this good, and I've said this multiple times because I think that the Bears are going to be this juggernaut of a team this season. I'm picking the Bears to be a 7 to 10 win team because I feel like the Bears aren't the worst team on the schedule that we play. Like, there's a lot of teams that are going to be in flux. There's a lot of teams that are going to struggle this season. There's a lot of teams that are going to have a lot of issues this year. And I think the Bears have a little bit of stability here. The fact that they've already got their game plan before training camp comes into it. And that game plan involves using Justin Fields in more of a limited capacity. Yeah, I want to see Justin go out there and have a 400-yard passing game and have a 4-touchdown day. And I can't wait for that day to come, right? And I think that day will eventually come. But right now, your team ain't built for Justin to do that. And I think that's the thing that makes me most confident about Coach Flus, right? Like he's setting this team up to play based on what's on the team. He's not setting this team up to be a passing team when he looks out at his wideouts and he sees Byron Pringle, Equinemius St. Brown, and N'Keal Harry. He's not setting this team up to be throwing the ball 45 times a day. You know what he's saying? Hey, listen, we got a couple of nice blocking wideouts right there. We're gonna run some screens, and then we got a fullback in here, and we've got a couple of nice maulers on this offensive line. And this offensive line was actually pretty good in run blocking last season. And I'm not sure why they didn't use the run more last season. So guess what? We're gonna run the ball a lot, and to me, right, that's such a key that you're just coming in, right, and common sense football. I'm not going to be like, who was it? Was it Chuck? Somebody was talking about, I think they were talking about basketball. Or no, they were talking about, what they talking about, basketball or baseball? One of them, they said it's a simple game. It's a simple game. You just got to, I think they were talking about baseball. They were saying you just got to make these things happen that are already in your power, and you'll move at least forward a little bit. That's all I'm asking from the Bears this season. I'm not asking for you to go out there and get me 14 wins this year, 500 yards a game, 150 on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And the rest passing. I'm not asking that from the Bears. I want the Bears to just use their strengths. If we get to that point, we moved in the right direction.
The biggest of all facts.
Here's a question for y'all, man. A shout out to everybody in the chat. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily. Also giving away the Zach Levine My City jersey at 15,000 subscribers. I think we at 14,670, something like that. So we almost there, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing so much love. Tell your mamas to tell you. Hey, you got to bring that back right there.
Tell your mamas to tell your mamas.
Tell your mamas to tell your mamas. Hey. Just don't tell Zach Wilson.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm off the market, so your mom's safe. Here's the question, right?
But every grandmama's for me.
Relax there, Meryl Streep.
What?
With everybody who is on this team coming back, you know what I'm saying, and guys that we brought in, who do you feel like is going to take that big step for the Chicago Bears this season? Who do you feel most confident in taking that big step for the Bears in the 2022 season?
Honestly, I think I'm still saying Cole Kmet. I'm still saying Cole Kmet because I'm the reason why I say that is because I feel like we're starting to get a sense of what Darnell Mooney's gonna be.
Yeah.
In this league, which is a really great receiver.
He's really on some like, I'm gonna be one of the best receivers in the league this year.
Bro,
and y'all gonna be mad at me for it.
And I think that Cole Kmet is the only one that like we've seen flashes, but we have not seen him absolutely like take that leap.
Yeah,
he gonna need the reps.
But it's like, well, it's not even so much of him getting the reps because I really went back. He really like he catches the ball, but he doesn't hold on to the ball. And he also like he doesn't use his body. He doesn't do the Jimmy Graham, Mike Gesicki.
Let me box you out real quick.
Let me box you out to go get these touches. He isn't doing that. I think he's really good at blocking.
Yeah,
which I think that'll help them. In the long run, I think more coaches need to develop. If you ain't blocking, you ain't getting the ball. But other than that, I'm definitely looking at Cole Kmet to do it because I think that if he definitely takes that leap, you talking about Darnell Mooney being one of Justin's best friends. The tight end will always be over, like,
especially in this offense. Yeah, so I think I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You got to look at N'Keal Harry.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at the roster now. I'm like, okay, let me see what's.
I mean, if we keeping it a buck, right? Like N'Keal Harry,
so soon,
he's gonna get used. He's the big body receiver on this team now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Byron Pringles, you take it off the top receiver, but like I think N'Keal Harry's gonna be the guy that you're gonna see the Bears try to use a lot in this. I mean, Bayless Jones, we can't say he take a step as a rookie year, but I think N'Keal Harry's going to really become that third option for the Bears on this team. Maybe the fourth option, depending on what Bayless Jones does his rookie year, right? But like, I'm seriously looking at it and saying, this is a guy to me that might have really just gotten lost in the sauce in New England.
Yeah.
And
I think he was just hard. He was just out of the shuffle.
Well, and they said, you know, from everything I've read from people that were in New England, and some people that were like, hey, we're glad he's getting a fresh start and stuff like that, was that he seemed like he had maturity issues. So he's basically that he was smart enough. He should have been smart enough to get it. They drafted him because he's smart, but he wasn't ready to be a professional athlete. He wasn't ready to be a pro on the New England Patriots. And you know, if you're not ready to be a pro with Bill, you're not getting on the field. Yeah, you're not getting on the field. You know what I'm saying? So like, from what I've read and what I'm seeing, it seems like those things have been addressed. Of course, getting on the field is going to be the biggest thing with that. But I mean, if we're talking about maturity issues, right, the Bears might have just got a steal for a 7th round pick.
Yeah.
Even if he becomes your third option on the wide receiving core, right? Even if he's your, hey, Byron Pringle or Darnell Mooney's 1, Velus Jones is 2, Pringle's 3, and N'Keal Harry gets in there and he gets 5 to 6 touchdowns here. Like, that's a really good trade for the Bears in that situation. And you're getting him on kind of a contract year as well. Like, right? This would be his, going into next year, will be his contract year.
Nah, this is
his 4th year, right?
third.
I think, is this his 3rd or his 4th year? I thought this was his 4th year. I mean, man, the Bears got 2 years of control on him. N'Keal Harry has been in the NFL. He's got a total of 4 NFL touchdowns. Man, I hope it's his 2nd year. I hope it's his 3rd year.
Yeah, he's 24, 6'4".
24, 6'4".
From Arizona.
Why
I'm not seeing no. I'm not seeing any.
Why they just show me his stats? Like, I hate when they do that. That mug be randomly just. It'll just be like, okay, 2020 is his first year. So 2019 is his first year. 2019, 2020, 2021. So no, this is year 4. This would be year 4 for him. So I mean, listen. This is a make it or break it year for you. And he's got an opportunity to make an entirely new name for himself with this team. I think that's going to be big for him. And I think we're going to see him take a step, especially just working with Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm. Nah.
I personally, I'm looking at our 2 running backs, the 1-2 punch between Montgomery and Herbert. I think they're gonna get a lot of go. And yeah, they're gonna get a lot of go, and it's gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be nice. I'm kind of excited to see that. Like, literally, like, we're gonna be the other side.
You love the old school football style,
all day, man. Just
AD be singing "Bear Down, Chicago Bears" with all his heart at the game,
bro. I'll be ready. I'll be like, bro, put me in, coach. You need somebody to come through the make a hole, bro. I'm right there for you.
What's your qualifications?
Right.
Big and black,
right? Exactly. You need another fullback.
Patterson.
But for real, man, it's gonna be good to see, man. Because first off, those 2 guys are hungry. And I said that exactly how I want to say it. They're hungry, like they ready to eat, and what's Bears football without like 2? Like, we got not only 1 but 2, and a possible 3rd, like really great running backs with a lot of potential.
You talking about Blossom game?
Huh?
You said 3.
3, yeah. My man's, what's his name? We got Montgomery, Herbert, and between Blossom game.
Oh yeah.
That is picked up. So like,
yeah, I don't think he's gonna be running the ball. He's more.
No, but I mean, like, as far as just like they running back room and how everything's gonna go, and we already figure from Eberflus like we running the ball, like it's Chicago, it's the Bears. Like, he came in on the history. He know what we looking for and we looking to see. And I think we're gonna get a heavy running game. And I'm looking forward to finally, like, at least those 2 guys, like they really been riding it out like the last couple of years. It's just like, man, like screaming, like, feed me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really looking forward to that. And I think those 2 guys gonna have a big year. 1-2 punch. I've always been a fan of the 2 two running back feature.
The dual running back.
Yeah, the dual running back feature, and yeah, I'm excited. That's gonna be that, bro. That's my answer for that. We're gonna be running back heavy. You feel me? Running back heavy. Round and pound.
Left for 2 minutes. What y'all talking about?
Punching it in a red
Had to
zone.
go say good night to my baby. You know what I mean?
Nighty night.
Nighty night, little mama. I feel like y'all ran out of stuff to talk about, and then AD just started saying random things.
Nah.
I mean, I was gonna say I think that they do that duo specifically has the potential to be one of the best in the league.
Howard and Herbert.
Yeah, Howard.
Did I say Howard?
Montgomery, bro. You taking it back. Jordan Howard ain't been on this team in a long time.
I'm like, my bad. I was like, hey, Herbert.
You good.
My dumb self, I went to a whole nother sport. First thing I thought was Juwan Howard. I was like, what's he got to do with this?
Montgomery and Herbert.
Ryan got to do it. Not a home run derby tonight, but just
you really took it back. I did it. I was like Ryan Howard. And then
but I do think they got the duo. I do think that they got the chance to be one of the better duos in the league. I mean, if you look at what I was a big fan of what Herbert did in Montgomery's absence. So I think if you just build off that and give him the same run like they kind of did with Tony Pollard, even though Zeke was kind of in a reduced role because he was kind of hurt last season. I do think if you kind of bring, he said he was hurt. We really not going for it because I do think Pollard need to be RB1, but that's just me. If you kind of use that type of system that they got with this offensive line, depending on how that offensive line grows, I do think that you will see them be considered one of the best duos in the league that will pretty much really be hard to stop.
I think that's gonna be interesting to see too, man. Like a legit. Is there a legit 1-2 punch in the league anymore? Like, I mean, you think about like Zeke and Pollard wasn't. Like that was Pollard. That wasn't a good 1-2 punch. That was Pollard doing all the work and Zeke being the one. When was it good? What you mean?
At first, before he claimed he got hurt,
Didn't Baltimore have one?
Zeke had like 4 good games last season. When was this?
Hey, they ain't said he got. Hey, bro.
I ain't buying it, man.
Hey,
I thought Baltimore had one a couple years ago.
I'm talking about like last season. I'm talking like we didn't see really anybody that had. Oh, well, Arizona had a nice one, but then
Kansas City.
Arizona can't because Kansas City figured out we should run the ball late. So
Kansas City just literally figured out to run the ball.
Arizona, Green Bay.
Green Bay's got a nice one. Yep.
Green Bay's got a nice one because AJ Dillon.
Hey, speaking of which, y'all see Benny the Bull got smoked with AJ Dillon out here?
Bro, because did you see the way he ran over?
Hey, listen.
He tackled.
There's no way for a minor league team I'm going head up with AJ Dillon.
Bro.
In any respect of the world, bro, and his kids there, bro. AJ Dillon, the kids don't know that there's a dude inside that mascot. They knocked that man head off.
Bro, he knocked.
Like these kids think that AJ Dillon just killed this man. He beheaded him.
Hey,
bro, he knocked the human out of him.
What's that scene off rebound? Coach Roy killed Finster.
That's crazy.
Hey, that man is on the come up. But then if you look at Austin Eckler and Justin Jackson, is real nice. But that's more so Eckler.
That's Eckler doing a lot of work there too. Like, of course, like there's a backup, but I'm talking about a legit like 1-2 punch where like
Lamar and JK.
Where you basically like the quarterback and the running. Like I'm talking about a legit like you look on the stat sheet and you be like, oh, David Montgomery has 75 yards today.
Right.
Khalil Herbert had 48.
I mean, Patriots? Well, is that more so bad? Is we saying that's a dual running back threat? Or is that just by committee?
That's by committee.
Because they be having like 4 or 5 backs. That'd be like
that's by committee.
Bolden is mad nice.
Bill don't care about a running. Bill cares about running backs less than I do. Bill legitimately cares about running backs less than I do. Like Bill's like, you make how much money? 200,000.
500K.
Like if you fumble the ball, you will never play again.
If you fumble the ball on Bill's team, you will never play running back again, bro. Sony Michel.
Yeah.
Damn, son. Bro.
Sony Michel fumbled and never saw the field again.
Weeks.
Is he still on the Patriots?
Nah, they traded him.
He's not right. He got traded.
Nah, he on the Rams.
How
Bro,
so? The Rams.
like, that's right, yeah. But it's like,
Got a ring.
they, like, you fumble once,
One time.
your career's over with Bill Belichick. So like, I'm not that extreme. Like Bill hates running backs much more than I do. Like for me, I'm just like, I don't hate y'all. Like I just wouldn't pay y'all crazy money. You got to be Derrick Henry to get the bag out of me.
And to me, it'd be the opposite because they feel life is so short.
I don't think you was confident in that statement. I don't even think you would pay Derrick Henry.
I would pay Derrick Henry. I would pay Derrick Henry. I wouldn't have paid Zeke.
I told that they paid
I wouldn't have paid
they paid him
Saquon.
2 years too early, and the fact that he got into a fight, and then like 2 weeks after that, you was like, "Yeah, I'm sold on that." Give him an extension.
Yeah,
now.
for real, right? Like now is the time to get him the extension. No, I'm cool on paying running backs. There's not many I would pay. Like, of course, Peyton, Henry, Peterson.
I would pay Kamara.
Nah,
As much as a dual threat as he is,
Nah. I can find that.
See, that's the
again.
thing. I was on a route.
I can find that again.
He got hurt, so.
I can find that again. Well, that's because of y'all team construction. Y'all destroyed Saquon. Saquon actually was a nice player, and then y'all was like, "Hey, figure out how to run with no legs."
Mar destroyed Saquon.
Bruh, them
Right.
then he was
Let's
like,
have him run into a wall this whole season.
I did figure out how to run with no online. I got 2,000 yards. The thing is, I don't know if I can do this again, and he couldn't.
and he couldn't, right? And he couldn't. Nah, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love with us. What's going on with the Madden ratings, though, man? What's happening out here, man? I heard there's some disrespectful. Darnell Mooney's a 79.
So what you want? Okay, so we
going Bears. Let's go Bears. Let's go Bears.
We're gonna start out with the white.
Let's go with the disrespect out here, man. Who's getting Darnell Mooney being a 79?
What's the average rating for a wide receiver?
So
Probably 80 something.
What do Odell got?
Devontae Adams.
Odell's probably well, now he's hurt, so he got nothing.
Devontae Adams 99.
Of course.
Okay.
90 speed, 92 acceleration, 95 agility, 99 awareness. Cooper Kupp coming in with a 98.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. Tyreek Hill 97.
I'm okay with that.
D-Hop 96.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Justin Jefferson 93.
I'm not mad at that.
He gotta be a 95 to me. Mike Evans 92.
yeah.
Keenan.
Mike Evans is worse than Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Keenan Allen 91.
He need to be up there.
Nah, that's about
McLaurin
right.
91.
That's about right.
And Amari at a 90. So that's just basically to round out the top 10. So I don't know. I'm gonna just stop.
Where's
that
a
right
Wheeler from the Raiders? Is it Wheeler?
So all right.
he a tight end?
So we gonna do tight.
Oh,
end
Waller.
next.
Darren Waller. Yeah. Waller's probably one of the top tight ends in the NFL.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to tight end. So tight end.
Kelsey's number one.
What the heck? Why didn't do it?
I would say Kelsey's probably number one.
Yeah. What y'all think it is?
I would say Kelsey's probably a 97.
97.
I would say Waller's probably a 96. I would say
Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet's probably an
82?
81.
So this is essentially Travis Kelce is number one. George Kittle is number two.
Kittle's two. What's Kelsey's rating?
So Travis Kelce is a 98.
Okay, I called that. Kittle's over 97.
Yep.
Okay.
Waller.
Three for three. Well, okay.
I said Waller is a 97 too. But if
okay.
Kittle's a 97, then Waller's probably a 95.
Mark Andrews is a 93.
That's the drop between them.
Darren Waller is a 91.
That's disrespectful.
Then you got TJ Hawkinson is an 89. Now this is debatable. Kyle Pitts with the 87.
That's not debatable to me. Kyle Pitts is a really good tight end. They just don't know how to use him. Kyle Pitts showed you last season, like he was inconsistent, but at no point did I feel like Kyle Pitts is inconsistent because Kyle Pitts can't play.
Yeah, he wasn't getting the play calls for that.
So Mike Gesicki coming in with the 86.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dallas Goedert 85.
That makes sense.
Hunter Henry's at 84.
Interesting.
And Zach Ertz still kicking 84.
Where's he at now? He went to Arizona, right? Got traded to Arizona?
Yeah, he didn't want to go to. Yeah, he went to Arizona. Yeah, he's
Zach Ertz still
in
hurts.
Arizona.
Because he got traded from Philly.
So then after that, we might as well. So then we gonna do.
Just do the QBs. Just do the QB.
Yeah, we gonna do QB.
Justin Fields, 92.
Oh,
They probably got Justin Fields a 74
nah, that's
with a 98 speed, probably.
he tailed off at I think he's 72 in the game now.
The Madden ratings are always like the worst time of year because like guys have a fit about them and guys like are irritated by him and they're like, I should be higher, I should be lower, and to me it's just like
Play better.
not even that, bro.
They didn't do the QBs yet. They didn't do
the QBs. It's not even that because to me, right, like there's so much that goes into the Madden rating and the 2K rating where you're just like, bro, like these dudes don't know what the heck they're talking about. Nobody that's giving y'all these ratings knows football. They just know you're one of the best in the league or you're touted as the best in the league. So that means we should place this number next to you.
I think it's more so that got to do with more so Madden and 2K because Keenan Allen was hot and then was like, what y'all was that? Because I think one year he was like an 87. He was like, I promise you, come out to one practice. You're gonna have to up my rating to a 91. And like he came out to practice. They came out to practice, watched them practice, and then like the next week he was like a 91. And then after that, because I think somebody had DK Speed at a 92.
Yeah.
And then he tweeted, he was like, bro, I must got to run the 40 again or something. Like,
Ooh, I think I remember that.
It's but even that, right? Like I get it.
So
And I get like you feel like you're slighted, but like the guys that are doing it, I don't know, bro. Like I every year is some dude and it's just like, bro, you watching them?
What does that mean in a game when you get a higher rating?
It means you're a better player.
But I mean, it's easy to play with them. Like you don't have to.
It's easy to play
Like
with
they
them.
really
But
automatically catching everything.
Madden,
Yeah, automatically
really
catching
only
everything.
relies on speed. So it's just like as long as you fast,
Yeah.
like that's like the measuring stick.
Is turbo still like triangle or something?
R2. You really taking it back out there. R2 for turbo. Hey, AD,
R2.
you ain't got to buy these energy drinks no more, bro. The energy's mad low in here right now. I'm about to go take a shot real quick.
Hey, Michael Thomas a 90.
Michael Thomas, okay.
Tyler Lockett 90.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Godwin 89. DK 89. Well, in actuality, I think that's gonna drop. The fact that Debo's not in the top 10 is kind of
Where does DK end up?
like
Does he play in San Antonio? Does he play in that's the next topic. Does he play in Seattle this season? Does he end up getting moved this season?
I think he.
I thought Debo was
I
at
think
San
he
Francisco.
does, but I think it's gonna be a trade.
DK.
Oh, you said DK. Okay.
I did say Debo, but
Oh, did you say Debo?
yeah, no, I said because
Where does Debo end up? That conversation is also
2 bucks that's getting traded back.
Right.
Where do you think?
where does Debo end up, you think?
I think,
They both demanded a trade?
Debo stays.
You think Debo stays?
I think
He
Debo-
said nothing's changed.
I think that
They both KD and Kyrie. They ain't going nowhere.
Debo is more so like this offense needs me, and they really do.
Yeah.
Because, like, legitimately, he was doing everything, which, again, is why I question why he's not in the top 10. as far as like the Madden ratings, but that's just me. I think he's staying, bro.
I think that's going to be such an interesting thing because like when you look at like Debo, like, and everything that he can do, the biggest question is like, does he not want to do this? Does he not want to be? Because like how they're using him is like, hey, you're the gadget guy that's just a really good gadget guy. Like you're the running back someplace. You're the wide out someplace. Does he not want to do the running back or does he not want to do the wide out? Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, I'm not mad at him one way or the other because like if you play running back, you know you've got a shorter career. You know there's a shelf life for you.
Who's the coach over there?
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah.
Who's I thought Gruden's son was coaching somebody, but I might be tripping.
I didn't even know Gruden had a son.
No,
So.
Yeah, I might be
his brother.
Okay, that's what I'm. I think.
Are you talking about Jay Gruden? He is on a roster out there.
Is he on? Is he still on?
I think he's in Washington again, ain't he?
Okay. I know.
I think he got back on that Washington staff. I might be wrong on that.
It's some familiar last name.
There's gonna be so much movement, bro. The NFL is gonna be wild this year. Like I'm just thinking about like every now and then I just sit back and I be like, bro, like Russ is in Denver.
That's weird.
It's about to be wild.
Devontae Adams is in Oakland.
That's not as weird.
Von Miller's in Buffalo.
That's not as weird either.
That's weird.
He ring chasing at this point.
Why not?
Yeah.
By the way, I can't wait to get into franchise mode on the new Madden.
Bro. We getting the Breeze in on that. We gotta
set up a Breeze League on that. We also getting a Breeze Fantasy League as well. So be on the lookout for that. We're gonna do a Breeze Fantasy Football League this year. It's probably just gonna be a regular fantasy league. I wanted to do a keeper league, but I don't think we're gonna do that with the show. Probably do a 12-team league, something like that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
have all of us in it. Get the listeners involved as well.
Where did I come in last year? I can't remember. Josh Smith, Pat beat me out to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I had a nice little run in the playoffs too last year. I had a nice little run in the playoffs last year.
If you
this man he's so.
If he never gave Kia Marquise Brown,
bro, gave him Hollywood Brown for Justin Fields.
If you would have never gave him,
I did. What's my reasoning? I had a good reason.
You said I needed a quarterback.
I did.
But you didn't know if Justin was going to play every week at that point. Hey, I'm not going to lie.
I did.
AD had an okay team, but like the funny thing, my team just died.
I had a good draft. I
My
drafted
team, I tell you this.
When you got Christian.
I'll tell you this. I'll never draft Antonio Brown again. But no, my team.
He's rapping now.
Yeah. My team died last year. My team, literally, when you looked at my team last year, my team had COVID. I don't know why I coughed right at that moment. My team had like the whole 6 dudes on my team had COVID. 3 of my dudes was injured. We had IR spots. I was just putting I had 4 IR spots filled.
Every COVID begins with cough.
You know what I'm saying? Every cold begins with cough. That's tough. But no, bro, my fantasy team last year was going through it. There was nothing.
Yeah.
I could do, and then somehow I still made the playoffs, bro. I don't even know how I made. I had Derek Carr.
You made the
bro.
playoffs.
My tight end. Whoever I put on the bench put up.
Yep. You sold last year in fantasy. Who did I trade you for?
Because you gave me who was that
from
it wasn't Boyd. It wasn't Higgins.
No.
No, it was Cincinnati.
No, it was Cincinnati. It was Boyd. It was Tyler Boyd. I gave you Tyler Boyd for Kyle Pitts straight up.
Burrow was flip-flopping.
No, was it Boyd or was it AJ Green?
No, it was Boyd. I was thinking about AJ Green. But
yeah.
Nah. Because he was catching them.
But bro, I think it was Boyd, but then the week that I traded him to you,
somebody was coming back.
What's his name came back.
Higgins was coming back.
T. Higgins came back off IR, and I got Kyle Pitts.
Bro.
And Kyle Pitts ended up working out.
my only loss to that point was Kid.
Yeah.
My only loss to that point was Kid.
Hey, it got ugly quick for you.
Wow. It was I gotta feel that.
You pulled your fantasy team up?
I didn't. Bro, I didn't get Dalton Schultz till late.
Yeah.
Bro, who was holding
And they just left him there. I didn't even know he was gonna do that.
Who was holding me down? Nick Chubb was holding me down. I thought Mark.
Bro, I made some great GM
I thought
moves.
Callaway from Marquez Callaway was going to.
I made some great GM moves at the end of the year. I think I traded Ken, DJ Chark.
Yo, Ken was killing me last year.
I traded Ken, DJ Chark, and somebody else.
Dog, Ken had 2 wins, and I was like, I know Odell going to the Rams, bro. Just
Hold on,
give
but
me Odell.
Hunter Renfrow was the most consistent player.
Yeah, you had Hunter Renfrow.
I keep telling y'all, Hunter was the dog.
Hunter Renfrow put in work.
But bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like I traded Ken 2 players. I think both players got hurt. I know I traded him DJ Chark and he broke his leg. And I got Tyler Boyd for him. And then I flipped Tyler Boyd to you for Kyle Pitts. And I was, bro, last season in fantasy. I can't wait till fantasy get here, bro. I can't wait for football season. Football season is so lit, bro. And the thing is, right, like in the NBA, like, yeah, you'll sit there and watch it. Like, I love basketball. So for me, right, like, I'll sit there and I'll watch a random Dallas Mavericks. Plus, I do Locked On NBA. Shout out to everybody over there at the Locked On family, man. Make sure y'all get in tune with that. But I'll sit there and watch a random Dallas Mavericks versus San Antonio Spurs game that's on at 9 p.m. on League Pass. It's just like a game to have on in the background. But like, bro, like there's nothing like just being there on a Sunday night and just who's on Sunday Night Football tonight. Like it could be anybody. It's like, oh, what's the game tonight? Dolphins, Texans. That's going to be ugly. Turn it on.
What ended up happening with T.Y. Hilton?
Nah, he was just never hurt.
He was, he was never right. Roy Woods tore like a.
Yeah, Robert Woods. Yeah, that would have been a good get. But
I had him, and then he got injured.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing.
Didn't he tear his ACL before we drafted though, and AD still drafted him? I think that's what happened.
And I thought he was gonna come back. No, that was Mark. I thought Marquise Brown was.
No, I think Robert Woods tore his ACL during the season.
Yeah, during the season.
No, I think Robert Woods tore his ACL before the season started, and we drafted like the day before the season started. We always do because we be like, nah, we want to make sure that everybody that's gonna be there is gonna be there. And nobody got no excuses, and all of a sudden, AD just drafted Robert Woods, and we was like,
I think J.K. Diamonds J.K. Diamonds.
Or maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was somebody drafted J.K. Diamonds. Maybe it wasn't, but maybe it wasn't AD. But I remember I see them on towards AC. I was like, you just draft him? Like he just went out like today.
I think the dopest thing about it though was like last year we would like wait for the Fantasy Whisperers to come on.
Oh yeah.
And then as soon as we got into the waiver wire thing, it was like, get this dude. Everybody running. They're like, what
get him. I gotta get him. Bruh, that mess was so much fun. I can't wait for fantasy football this year.
And Jameis Winston went off for me that first week.
Bro, AD was so hype on.
I was eating dogs, bro.
Jameis was looking trash, and that man AD thought he had.
I thought I had
my QB though. I had another. I thought
I had a sleeper. Folks.
I had Carr, but I had somebody else, and they got hurt week 1.
No, I'm looking at it now, bro.
Installed them. My app's uninstalled after 30 days, so.
I'm still looking. I'm looking at my roster now.
But I think did Ryan Fitzpatrick play last year? I think that was my starting quarterback. He got hurt the first play of week 1. I think that's who I had as my starting quarterback because I was like, nah, Fitzy gonna get that mug done, bro. He gonna be throwing up dots in his mug, man. Hey, I was wrong. Don't worry about it. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page if you haven't done so already. We got a couple of things to get into. We want to get into some contract talk around baseball and kind of just get into the bigger conversation around like, do you stick around on the deal if you feel like the team isn't moving at the pace that you want it to get in the winning situation, or do you remain loyal to the team? That's kind of the question that we had on that, because Juan Soto turning down $440 million.
Couldn't be me.
over 15 years.
Couldn't be me.
It's a contract that ties you to the Washington Nationals for that length of contract. But we've had this same conversation around Bradley Beal. We've had this same conversation around a lot of people, right? Where do you sign the deal for the money? Now, granted, like I keep saying this, baseball is completely different. Baseball is like he can go to another team and get that same money.
Bro, yeah. There's no salary cap.
Yeah. But like to me, right, like do you take the deal there or and kind of show a little loyalty, I guess, if you want to say that, or are you going where you're going to be in a win now situation? Like Washington's a whole different thing. I don't know what's going on in that front office, bro. Like when you're talking about the Nationals, like, or just Washington as a whole, like nobody wants to be in Washington.
In a whole,
440 is crazy.
My thing about it was like the money is nice. And cause, you know, we was talking about it in the group chat. Like I understand the money. The money's gonna be there. Like I understand the situation that these mugs is in. But bro, I'm signing. My whole thing is like, I'm Juan Soto. I am 23 years old.
He's 23.
Yeah. Like that boy good.
That's crazy.
That boy good.
Yeah. He mad young.
But he look about 40. No flag.
Well, yeah, the birth certificate.
He look about 40.
I am 12.
Not the accent. Relax there, Ringo.
Nah, but my thing is 15-year contract that's basically gonna tie me
till he's 38.
To I'm 38.
Yep.
But I'm looking at it like, yo, what am I
That's a soccer contract.
What am I signing up for? Like, we have 100 something plus games. And I turn around and we're not doing anything with it. And I'm not even in my prime yet.
Yeah.
And I'm next to Aaron Judge and probably Mookie. I'm the top right fielder in the game. So if I can go somewhere, take less money, be in a winning situation, because I'm getting money off of everything else, I'm going to take that because in this game, we play this game to win championships.
Yeah, they 31-63 right now.
And I need to be relevant. Like, I'm not trying to be Mike Trout. I'm not trying to be Shohei. I'm not trying to be all these other guys that really didn't do nothing. Because, I mean, the loyalty is nice, but at the end of the day, I'm a better players that didn't make it.
I think the interesting thing about, well, that could still happen in baseball no matter what. And that's one thing that goes into it.
That's true.
But the interesting thing with Washington is, like, it's not like Washington hasn't tried. So that's why I say, like, I don't know what's going on in that front office, right? Like, I mean, you're talking about a team that legitimately is like, we will pay you whatever you want to stay here. Stay here. They did it with Scherzer. They did it with
bro, they've been hit with the injury bug though.
They have been hit with the injury bug.
Strasburg has been on a 60-day IL.
Strasburg's been hurt. Like that's the other thing too, right? It's not as if they're not doing anything. And so now listen, Juan Soto, baseball's different, right? Like I think it's a very different situation. And we were kind of having a conversation more around Bradley Beal than we were here. Like in baseball, like he can go anywhere and still get 440 for the next 15. It's just a completely different cap situation. And so for me, I'm looking at it as a situation where if he wants to go to the Yankees, fine. If he wants wherever he wants to go, right? But I think the tough part about it is you're not gonna see you're gonna see more guys do what Juan Soto's doing.
As
far as opting out, going other places, knowing that you're going to make more money elsewhere, hitting the free agent market. And we've kind of seen it, right? Manny Machado did it. Bryce Harper did it. Guys like that, right? Where, and listen, sometimes it does just run its course. And that's why you got to have a good farm system in baseball. That's why you got to have all these things in place so that you don't have that happen where somebody just says, I'm out, and then you can't do anything about it. But,
bro, their whole pitching staff is on.
And that's what it is, right? Like I feel like it's a whole different situation with Washington because of the injury. But like, no, they haven't been able to keep anybody.
Bro, look, it's Victor Oranos on the IL, Sean Doolittle. like
They've been about as hurt as the White Sox.
Will Harris,
They
Tanner Rainey, and they got a lot of former Cubs on there. Carl Edwards Jr., Steve Cishek, Corey Abbott.
Okay, so if you want to take the team, just say that,
bro. No, bro.
Nah, but you know what? I look at it
Crazy.
like this because I think for me, I think this is what they need to do. They have to start building a farm system because those guys that we talked about, they're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
Bro, they're 1 for 9 in that last 10 games.
Haul.
Oh yeah, they suck.
No, they suck. I can get an absolute haul for Juan Soto right now. The money that and shout out the kid because I want to bring him up for Sanders. The money that the Yankees were supposed to pay Aaron Judge, I can flip him, or if Aaron Judge doesn't want to say, cool, I'm just going to fit Aaron Judge right in there with Juan Soto, and that's going to fit like a glove.
I don't think you shake up the Yanks. The Yanks are dealing.
I mean,
I wouldn't shake that up.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't change up nothing with the Yankees.
I wouldn't want to go. I mean, this is the thing. The Yankees,
and they're all mad young as well. Like Aaron Judge is what, 26?
But if you're Boston, you
Aaron
might
Judge
grab
is 30.
Aaron Judge is about to be 31.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Aaron Judge been in the league that long?
No, he hasn't. But the man got called up when he was 20. The man got called up when he was 26. He about to be
30 years old.
Hey, if I could flip you and he's 7 years younger and we play the same position,
bro.
He been in the league since
the Yankees
since 2016.
The Yankees is 60. Their record is 64-28.
Yankees got a great pitching
They don't
staff.
have issues.
Not.
Yankees got a great pitching staff.
They got a great team, but they're going to lose Aaron Judge at some point.
I don't know, man. I'd rather pay Aaron Judge.
But
because baseball's such a different game. Yeah. Like Aaron Judge, like you don't get rid of.
He can stick around for another.
You don't get rid of an Aaron Judge because like baseball's a game where like you trade for younger. And that's it. And that's why I said, like, when we had this conversation, we can't do the apples to apples comparison with NBA and MLB because there's so many different things. Like, Bradley Beal can't just become a center and all of a sudden, like, he's doing less work. But he's still worth the money. Aaron Judge can become a DH, hit 40 dingers a year, and we just going to be like, still worth the money.
Honestly, you know who could be in play? I would say he would benefit the Braves, the Phillies.
Damn, if he go to the Braves, I'll quit.
St. Louis is on the fringe.
Hey, time out. I'm sorry. If he go to the Braves, Freddie Freeman will. Do they got? Or is that
they got Freddie Freeman.
Freddie
Freeman, Ozzie Albies, Ronald Acuna.
It's tough team.
Then you add Juan Soto.
Yeah.
That come on.
But it's also about, here's the thing, right? Like if they end up trading him, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
The one thing that I will say, which they might not, because why would you trade for somebody? In baseball, they really do it like that. They be like, I'm not trading for him. Like,
okay.
I'm not trading for a rental. But
what position does he play? He plays
right field.
Right field. Let me ask y'all this: would you want him on the Cubs?
No,
I would.
There's no point.
23.
They cannot make up. They're too behind.
23. No. I'm not talking about this year.
Oh,
saying signing him.
23 years old.
Who?
I can build around that.
Do the Nats have a catcher already?
I don't know if you can.
If
you can't pay nobody else.
He gotta have. Well, it's a couple other things it's a lot of other things that we gotta get into.
If you pay Juan Soto, the Cubs won't pay anybody else.
They didn't want to play hockey.
We got the money. We've been sitting on them, bro. We've been sitting on the money like Danny Ainge was sitting on the picks.
You can sit on it all you want, but it ain't going nowhere. You didn't want. You don't want to sign the dude that's on your team that's good right now.
We need to sign him.
How are Trey Barrera and Kyber Ruiz? Those are the two catchers for the Nationals. Unless they need one, because we have no one to trade. We have no one to send them.
No,
have no
I get you.
packages to give them.
Well, the thing is with Juan Soto, you could sign him in the offseason. Because they offered him the deal. He don't want to take the deal, so he's going to end up being a free agent. Is it this offseason?
Yeah.
Or is it next offseason?
This offseason.
This offseason. So you could sign him, but the thing is, it's $440 million.
Because who's in right for the Cubs? Ian Happ.
Like this is the thing, right? He's gonna leave, and a bidding war is gonna start.
But
So it's probably $500 million.
Don't
He's
even
gonna
look at
sign for a half a bill.
You know who would benefit going and get him? Detroit. You got Javi there. You get another.
Let's not start this.
You get another
conversation
bat.
again.
Detroit need to make that move. You got Javi there already. Get another hitter.
I just got to put it together.
As long as the Twins don't go after him.
Yo,
As long as
you,
the Twins
you
don't go
got
after him.
smoked.
Hey, I hate the Twins, bro.
Absolute.
Hold on, you asking me?
Well,
Could y'all use them?
Nah, they definitely
We don't
could.
got the payroll for him though.
They definitely could.
I mean, we got the payroll, but we not. We got a Jay Reinsdorf own team out there.
Hey, I'll be using the socks online.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the Sox are gonna go on a run here, and I'm kind of torn on it. Right, like there's a part of me that's like, do I really want the White Sox to go on a run?
Yeah, you do.
I don't know if I do.
You want them to build good habits. It don't matter.
I want them to build good habits, but I mean, you can go on a run without building good habits. You can go on a run and just outscore everybody. But I want them. So the White Sox fan in me, of course, wants the White Sox to go on a run. Like I want them to win. I want them to keep moving in the right direction. I want them to play better. But I know it means Tony La Russa is going to be here another year then. Whew. But the thing is, Tony La Russa might be here another year anyway, so it might not matter anyway. So it sucks, bro. Like I can't stand that he's the manager of my baseball team.
I think.
Hey, hold on. Breaking news.
We got breaking news. What we got?
It's like I can't. It's like. But should the All-Star game go into extras, they will settle the game by each league picking 3 players and going to like a home run derby off.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Hey man.
Nobody cares.
Hey,
I like it.
I think
I don't care in the slightest.
Hey, I like it. I'm not mad at that.
Getting back to the to the Juan Soto thing though, I think the biggest my biggest point with it is this. If
Well, don't smack the mic while you do it.
I don't know.
On baby, I'm
On
in it.
baby. Yo, it's like this. You want to know the reason why we get, and I really had to think about this. You want to know the reason why we give Oklahoma City front office like so much, like it's one of the best front offices in the league. We give them so much credit because Oklahoma City had the guts to be like, hey, Paul George asked for a trade.
Yep.
Russ, we not in contention. There's nothing left for you here. Where would you like to go? We'll talk to him. Like we'll get you where you gotta go.
Right.
Same thing with Chris Paul, and Chris Paul ate that, and then they went and they sent him to the Suns where he asked to go. And I think the biggest thing that's lost on people is like they'll look at the money and be like, oh, there's no way he's turning that down. And it's like, dog, if you want to be great, I mean, in Bradley Beal's case, I made 200 M's on my rookie contract.
Yeah.
Like we've been losing. It's just like you want to play in April or not.
I mean, for some dudes, right? It's about.
But it's like I agree with that point.
For some dudes, the competitiveness of it is about, like in a basketball area, it's about the process of getting there. Yeah, you know I'm saying it's about the process of like Dame. Like I say this, as much as a championship probably means to Bron in Miami because it's his first one. The work that Giannis put in.
Oh no, that was
just having one, and it's not to say that it one means more than the other or anything, but like to Giannis, right? Because like you have to like mentally go back to all the work that you put in with all these guys that are on this team, and you've been doing this for how many years in a row? You, Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez has been there. You've done this for so many years in a row just to come up short, and you finally got all the way there. Like that work that's put in. Like I think Boston's going to end up getting a championship. When they finally get one, I mean, you're talking about Eastern Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, got beat by the Warriors. Mm-hmm. Like when they finally get one, if they finally get one, but when I think they will, but when they finally get one, like it's going to be like, especially if it's the same main core, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, it's gonna be banana. Like that's why you see that emotional release when guys are like that, right? Even Brian, the one for him in Cleveland, like of course it means so much in Cleveland, but you're talking about Brian went back to Cleveland, was still getting to the finals, but losing in the NBA finals. Yeah, I mean, he had been to the finals twice. He had been to the, like, just that work that goes into it. And so I think that's what a lot of guys, right? Like they want that feeling. They don't want just the, hey, I got the confetti falling on my head and I got, we got a ring and we're the champions this time. There's some dudes in this league that literally, and I think Bradley Beal's one of them. I think Dame Lillard's one of them. Dame Lillard was like, I don't want to leave, but if y'all trade me, y'all trade me. But if like Dame ever really get one, like the work that Dame put in to get there,
I'll be happy for him.
Oh, I'd be ecstatic for him. I'd be rooting for him. But like the work that he put in to get to that finals, it's gonna be ridiculous. That's why you see Jordan crying in a lot of the mugs.
Bro, because it took
also his father, but like
7
and that first one, it took Jordan what, 8 years?
Yeah, like. I mean, I think it definitely. I think that plays a role, but I also think
7 years.
You're living in an era now where it's just like you got to be honest, as an organization, you need, because at the end of the day it's a business. You got to be honest, and be like, look. We need to start either building through the draft, because look, nobody's coming here. We've been hitting the payment with this squad for X amount of years, and it's not working. And I'm wasting my good years. I mean, the Spurs just DeJounte Murray sent out a tweet and legitimately said, "I will always respect the Spurs organization," because they pretty much didn't want me to waste my good years. Like that's them being honest. Like now that I can respect, but you keep saying like, oh yeah, we gonna get it together, and the best you can come up with is, well, we're gonna keep Anthony Simons because that's cool, and we're gonna give you Jeremy Grant, and yeah, that's a title team right there. And I'm already 32.
I don't think it's a title team by any means, right? But I think that it's one of those things where like, you're talking about a team where now Dame is trying to rebuild this up. Now you're talking about adding the young pieces in. Now Dame's he's the leader of this team, and I don't think Dame ends up getting one.
Which is gonna suck, cause Dame is cold.
I don't think Dame ends up getting one, just because, like, to me, they're never going to have that team built out enough, and you're not going to end up, unless you get some superstar piece out there, right? But Dame, Jeremy Grant, and Anthony Simons, to me, ain't it. But like, there's some, I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Like, if you're down for it, I can't hate on you for being down for the loyal game and sticking around and saying, I might not win here, but I want to be a part of this organization for 20 years. I want to be the one that's in this mug. I want to be the one that's working through all it. Like, there's something to be said about that. And Bradley Beal can say that. Bradley Beal ain't played for nobody else.
Yeah.
So, like, he's going to be there for, and here's the interesting thing, right? Like, his loyalty might end up paying off. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to end up being facts or not, but per reports, Washington's out here making a serious push for KD. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if these reports, like we saw this flying around Twitter today, I don't know if these reports are fact or not, fact or cap. But and I don't know what they're giving up for KD that Brooklyn really wants. But they're being said to be making a serious push for Kevin Durant. Do you feel like that's a move that could be in play for the Washington Wizards?
So Kuzma is the potential All-Star? I mean, we already know it's gonna take like a monumental package unless they got OKC picks, or something like. But even then, it's gonna have to be some players sent back. It's gonna have to be like a 5 or 6 team deal.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be any deal that goes down. It's gonna have to be a 5 or 6 team deal. I don't think Washington gets a deal done. I think that's a stretch. Just because of the package that you know.
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
Nets are asking for in general. I don't think Washington even can even start those conversations unless it's like Brad Beal first, but I don't know.
It's gonna be like I would love to see that matchup, and for me, right, just seeing Kevin Durant go home, I think that would be really cool.
Oh yeah, bring on the Mambo sauce.
They do have a college atmosphere as well.
This is by Mco Hoops, who is a senior NBA sports writer for Hoops Wire, previous writer of Sports Illustrated, Fox Sports, Casper Star Tribune, and a 3-time author. So he's got a little bit of credibility in the game. The Washington Wizards could make a major push for Kevin Durant. Woo. And it looks like he's at the home run derby right now. So I yeah, KD's there. So I don't know what's the deal to just that, bro. Like, what are you saying? Kuz, Porzingis, or is it not Beal at all?
No, it's not Beal.
Is Beal's loyalty?
Probably
does
cool.
Beal's? Well, no. What I'm saying is, does Beal's loyalty end up backfiring on him in that situation? Now he does have the no trade clause. That is something that plays a part. But Beal is the guy that makes the contract work.
Oh no, like you could they could hypothetically do a deal straight up, and cover everything. Yeah. But nah.
They got a lot of young pieces on that team. I mean, you could send Gafford, you could send Kuz, you could send Porzingis.
I forgot Porzingis make like 40 M's.
Yeah, Porzingis. Oh yeah, Porzingis do make a lot of money.
That is horrible.
Porzingis make a lot of money though.
Porzingis might be the key to that.
I don't think he's in the 40s. Is he? Ain't he in the 30s?
Well,
Porzingis is definitely a part of that trade.
I think he's like what? I think it's 38, 35 or 38.
It's a lot of money for a dude that you don't think is that good.
Yeah, Porzingis might be the key to that.
I mean, you're probably sending some young pieces back. You're probably sending me Denny Avdia. You probably sending me a Thomas Bryant, maybe. You might be sending me a Rui Haruchimaru. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of young pieces on that team that they could send back in that deal as well. Brooklyn might view it as an opportunity on hey, we get a couple of pieces that are really nice pieces, and we get a rebuilding deal.
They got Will Barton as well.
No, they just traded him.
To where?
Will Barton just went to...
No, he just went to Washington.
No, I thought they just traded him again.
Traded him again? Oh, I didn't...
I thought Will Barton just got traded again or signed somewhere else.
I know, like...
No, my bad. That was KCP. That was KCP.
Okay, I'm about to
that
say
was KCP.
the score app is killing me again.
No, that was KCP. Oh, my phone died.
They got a lot of young pieces.
Who, Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Washington's got a lot of young talent, so I think that's a situation where you might see something like that. We also heard some rumblings about a Kyrie deal possibly that again, right, by I can't even look up the writer's name no more. My phone just died. But
let me see.
A accredited writer in that's been writing about the Spurs since '98 down there. You know who you are. Shout out to you, brother. Basically saying that he felt that a deal could be in place, that could be the only deal that's on the table, that would send Russell Westbrook to the Spurs and would send Kyrie Irving to the Lakers. He dropped no terms on the deal, dropped no names or anything that was going where, dropped nothing that Brooklyn's getting back.
LJ Ellis?
LJ Ellis, that was his name. Could that be a deal that you see getting done? It's Jackson Ellis's brother.
Hey man, hey y'all know what I'm talking about. No, I mean, see, okay, so this is my issue with it, right? If Kyrie wanted to go there that bad, and it's so dysfunctional, and
dysfunctional.
Right? You could have just took the 6 M's that they had and then just got the bag the year after that.
Took the 6 M's from who?
He could have just took the 6 M's from the Lakers. He could have took the 6 M's from the Lakers because they would have had the money next year.
Yeah, but then you missing out on 36 M's. That's still 36 M's you miss. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you be talking like the money don't play into it.
No.
That's 36 M's.
It play a role, but I'm just saying that I don't think it's gonna happen because if he wanted to lead that bad.
Well, we know he wants to leave. We know he wants to be on the Lakers. I think the financial situation was just the best situation for him to opt in Brooklyn. But the thing you have to take into account is, what is this guy gonna, or how does a deal like that get done? What pieces end up going where? And I think the biggest part, right, the most exciting part for me is Russ in San Antonio. Russ with Pop could make that team better. And Jakob Poeltl is there. Devin Vassell is there.
Yeah, that's your guy right
Russ could make that team work.
But I don't, bro. What if they in the play?
I think that team could make the playoffs with Russ. Because I think the biggest problem with Russ right now is that he's on a team with LeBron, who has the same issues that he has, where you need to be able to have somebody that's gonna knock down shots.
But did you see because it was a report that talked about it on First Take today. He fired his agent. He was with him for like 15 years.
Who, Russ?
Yeah, Russ fired his agent. His agent was basically telling him, like, his agent made a statement basically on record, pretty much saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was basically trying to tell him his value, and like right now his best option was to stay in LA. Russ basically want to leave, and you know this is what it is. So I guess he fired him because, you know, he was trying to get moved and it didn't happen.
Yeah,
like, cause he did make the statement.
Tough, boy.
So yeah, I really don't know what's going on with that. So I think
we know that both guys want to get moved. I think the only person that's in Russ's court right now seems to be Darvin Ham.
Then I just saw something said they got didn't LA just get on a conference call?
Even LeBron
Between AD, LeBron, and Russ. I saw something from Bleacher Report earlier that said they got on a conference call.
I ain't see it. My phone did.
Because even LeBron,
y'all got to pull it up.
On the shop basically said, like, it's crazy. He made the statement, like, he said it's crazy how, you know, I have this championship or bust mentality, and it's kind of like, you know, you look in the mirror and you look at the guys around you, and like your club doesn't have that same mentality, so it's basically just you versus you. So I was like, dang, bro, like,
he said that on the shop.
Yeah,
just called out AD and Russ, huh?
Yeah, like, yeah, Russell Westbrook and agent parting ways. It's pulling up right now.
It's critical.
Yeah, and a statement basically said Foucher's is his agent. He said basically believes Westbrook's best option is to stay with the Lakers, embrace the starting role, and support Darvin Ham publicly. Offered, because like you said, Darvin Ham is the only one.
Darvin Ham is rocking with him. Darvin Ham treating Russ like Mark.
God, yo.
You're freaking African Americans plus Mark, but I'm rocking with Mark because Mark's rocking with us.
Yeah, so basically he just went on to say, like, he's 33. Each time teams gave up valuable players and assets to acquire Russ. Each time a new organization embraced his arrival, we did it together with grace and class. So basically he's talking about you know, with a fourth trade in 4 years, Like that's not gonna look good for him.
Right.
And if he said if he does it, he said my belief is that this type of transaction only serves to diminish Russ's value, and his best option is to stay with the Lakers, embrace the world.
Here's the thing, though. There's no value that's gonna be the same, right? Like it's not like Russell Westbrook getting another $40 million deal.
That
You know what I'm saying? So like
Like-
it's to me it's a okay, you want to increase Russ's value, put Russ in a situation where Russ is going to win, where Russ is going to be able to compete, where Russ is going to be able to make the guys around him better. And I think that's the part, right? Like I think this year I get Russ playing out this season in LA. But I think the most exciting thing is going to be next season, because I don't think Russell Westbrook's done in the NBA by any means.
No, not at all.
By any stretch of the imagination. He was 18, 11, and 8 last year, wasn't he?
Walking triple-double, man.
Yeah, I mean, so like, I'm not saying it was a pretty 18, 11, and 8, but he was still 18, 11, and 8. I think that he's still got some good value on an NBA team, and I think Russell Westbrook could have a resurgence into his career where you're going to see him, if he gets away from LeBron and gets on a team that kind of fits what he needs to do, you'll see him play pretty well. So, for me,
18, 7, and 7.
18, 7, and 7, that's what he averaged last season?
Yep. 78 games.
That's still really good. And he played 78 games.
Well, my fault. 19. Rounding up.
Oh, 18.9 it was, yeah. So, I mean, you're talking about a guy that's still got a lot to give to a team, and he's just not on a team that fits his style that he's going to be able to give a ton to.
But I really think too, it's like it's a big thing where I think it's no coincidence that this year a player requested trade from a team they don't want to necessarily be on. But I think it's a concerted effort on the owner's behalf that there's nowhere to go. Like literally there's other teams to go play for, but there's no one willing to give up what is being asked for these players.
Well, because you're not getting equal value.
I know that.
You're not finna send me Kyrie for Rush.
No, I understand.
Now, I will say,
that's
the Nets, did you see the deals that they were sending back and forth? Somebody tweeted out the deals. And the final deal before everything went silent between the Nets and the Lakers was Russ, THT, a first and a second for Kyrie Irving.
I would have did that.
Me too.
I would have did that.
Like that was the deal that I looked at and I was like, you're not gonna get this Rudy Gobert haul for Kyrie because of everything that's wrapped around Kyrie right now. Everything that goes into the essence of Kyrie, right? I absolutely would have made that trade. Not saying that I feel like Russell Westbrook comes back and gives me the best chance to be the best team, or that now, right, like KD all of a sudden is gonna want to stay to play with Russ. That could have been a situation that played into it too. But if you're having this conversation centralized around Russ, you get a young piece that you hope is going to be able to develop into better than what he was last season. You get Russell Westbrook, who you know can play better than what you saw last season. You get 2 draft picks that you can flip into something else, and you've already got draft picks on this team. Oh, by the way, you also have Ben Simmons and Kevin Durant still there.
Yeah.
Now, that's kind of where the iffy part comes in, right? Where, like, if Ben Simmons plays this year, where do you put Russ at?
I like Brooklyn a lot better with Russ, Simmons, and KD.
Who's handling the ball, though?
No,
Russ.
You got 2 non-shooters on the floor.
You got 2 non-shooters on the floor. I be forgetting that's the problem they got in LA right now.
No, but
I be forgetting that Ben Simmons is on that team, and then like as I said it, I was like, oh wait, now I know why they didn't do it. Now I know why they didn't do it.
Yesterday that he plays exactly like Russ.
Yeah.
But see, this
He's 6'10" Russ.
is my
Except like without any of the mentality.
because Russell Westbrook is like, all right, hey, how you doing? Hey, your name's AD, cool. Shake your hand. All right, we tipping off. I'm about to kill. Like
Let me destroy this AD guy.
I'm about to kill.
Yeah.
I'm about to kill.
That's because I really like.
Ben Simmons
I
be
just
talking
said,
like
want Russ
Buddy
to-
in there. You did. Hey, Bud, you're cheesing me right now.
I want Russ to return to
cheating me,
be in a
fam.
situation where he can return to form because, like, he's still a hooper.
No,
But
and
it's
I think
The amount of chatter.
I think
out there
that
is
I don't think
crazy.
that's gonna happen this year. It makes me sad, but I don't think it's gonna happen this year because he's $40 million.
I don't think people are trading with him because of that. If it was like 20,
Yeah, like next year, I think you'll see Russ go to a team and re-up on a deal where it's like a 1-1 almost, and it'll be like a $50 million deal.
what if
And it'll be 25 and 25, and you'll see Russ be in a situation where, and that's kind of why I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if you're gonna get a deal done, I would love to see the Spurs deal get done. Because I feel like that's a situation where Russ would thrive.
Right.
I'm looking at it like this, right? What if halfway through the season they just deem it like, yo, this ain't gonna work, and then he just negotiate a buyout.
I keep telling you, where's this $40 million buyout coming from?
I mean, they
What you want, Genie? You want Genie to write a check?
I mean, they did the same thing with John Wall. John Wall.
Yeah, but Genie Bus is a winning organization, and they basically telling Brian, and I think that's really what it comes down to. I really think the Lakers are telling Brian, you built this team, figure it out.
That is true because I seen a report that said like Brown want Kyrie really bad, and then Genie like, nah. I'm cool.
Well, I mean, they fighting for it. They trying to get a deal done, right? But they not leveraging the future of this team again. And this team right now has no future.
Oh, the Lakers?
The Lakers, they have no future.
They have nothing.
Like, the best young player that's on the team that you hope turns into something is THT, and he's very inconsistent.
So, okay, so they knew coach is Ham, right? What's his name?
Darvin Ham.
Darvin
yeah.
Ham. I feel like the Lakers could work as is if you run a pick and roll with AD and Russ.
You?
Unfortunately, not me. The other AD. And
good one.
LeBron adjusts his game as he's getting older, but still amazing because it's still Bron. Because I can't believe what you say. He's 38,
38 years old.
and he
Might play 5 more years.
and he becomes the shooter you need.
Yeah, but the problem is Brian ain't a great 3-point shooter.
But he could be. He could be anything he want to be.
That may be true. But I also think the other thing you have to take into account is Brian operates with the ball in his hand. That's the issue.
And
Brian operates with the ball in his hand. Carmelo didn't turn into this spot-up shooter they thought they were going to have.
Is he still there? He's still on the
Where
contract?
is Melo?
I don't think Melo's under
I
contract.
don't think Melo's under contract. I don't know where Melo is. Is Melo done?
No, but Melo's
Has
been
nobody
quiet.
talked about Melo at all?
Melo has
Like,
been mad quiet.
where's Melo? I don't think Melo's on the Lakers no more.
Right, the last thing I saw him was the like they interviewed him and asked him basically, "Oh, do you want to play with your son too? Like, is that your your desire?"
He said, nah.
And he like, "Nah, he got it." Like, nah, I'm cool.
I think that's the other thing that goes into it, though, right? Like LeBron is probably leaving after this year.
LeBron's probably leaving the Lakers
To go
after this
where?
year.
Yeah, like no, because he said
Probably back to
he
Cleveland.
wants to play with Bronny. So whoever gets
Bronny won't be in the league next year though. Bronny got 2 more years.
do we?
Think Bronny
Nah, Bronny's a senior.
he got to go to college.
Yeah, he has to play.
Oh yeah, that's the.
He got to go to college at a G League.
If they lower the rule, but I
They're going to change the rule this year just so Brian can play with Bronny.
Hey, that's like the
Well,
Grammy.
they already talking about changing the rule, but they've been talking about changing the rule for a while, right? Because it's one of those things where it's
watch it finally get done.
it probably will, right? But they've been talking about it for a while because it's one of those things of like, listen, if you're dumb enough to draft a kid out of high school, like when the Bulls drafted Eddie Curry, there were multiple people that told them like Eddie Curry has these issues. Like Eddie Curry played in a full game in high school and scored like 6 points. Like there were multiple people there were scouts that told him this. And guess what? And the Bulls drafted Eddie Curry, and Eddie Curry didn't pan out. And that's on you. You know what I mean? Like Kwame Brown didn't pan out. That's on you.
But the interesting thing is like, okay, if you draft a bust coming out of college, it's like, oh, okay, cool. He did all that he needed to do. Or it's just like he went the full extent of where he needs to go. There's no more excuses left. But when you draft him out of high school, it's like, oh, you should have went to 4 years of college, would have done him good.
Yeah, but again, that's also on you. Like I really believe with all my heart that if Austin Rivers had stayed 1 to 2 more years at college, he'd have actually been the dog that he was in high school.
That team with Marcus Teague was so bro. He let me down when he entered.
With the Duke team?
Yeah.
Yes, because it was because
that team. They didn't do their whole starting five entered the draft, and I was like, why?
The issue with it,
the whole starting five was terrible. Well, not all of them.
No,
because
it was 3 guards. Wasn't it 3 guards? And
it was Austin, Marcus. Who else was on that team?
I thought
I forget, but I just know like
that team was bad.
Marcus was
that team was a letdown.
Austin Rivers was like he wouldn't carry, but he would be scoring the majority, and Marcus would like hit some clutch buckets to the point, and it used to be like every week on Saturday. I remember it. Marcus would be like, "Yo, he's got to get a jump shot because his floater not even right. He got to get a jump shot because his floater not even right." He was like, "Oh no, I'm good enough to come out." And then when the Bulls drafted him, I'm just like, "Yeah." No,
he did great. He had a great year with Denver. I felt like he had a solid spot with Denver.
No, Austin.
He was talking about Marcus Teague.
Oh,
but
Austin Rivers. No, but I really feel like it's based on the player. Like I feel like Austin Rivers would be a completely different player if he stayed a little bit longer in college because you'd have came to the NBA and you'd have hit the ground running instead of coming to the NBA and still trying to figure out what kind of player you are, and then your role changes.
I think
right. Like if you come into the NBA on fire. And you came into the NBA to the Clippers, right? Who drafted him? Or did he get traded to the Clippers?
No, it wasn't the Clippers. He got traded to the Clippers.
But he got traded to the Clippers like early on in the process.
I think it was the Rockets.
I think it was the Rockets. But he got traded to the Clippers early on in the process.
Parsons, yeah.
Because they gave up on him. Like the NBA looks at you completely different after you come out and you're not the player that they hyped you up to be. Now it's like, oh, well, he a role player. Mm-hmm. And guess what? When Austin Rivers gets more time, he plays better. He puts up more points. He puts up more assists. He actually is a decent defender. I think Austin Rivers should be starting somewhere on somebody's team. Yeah. But the NBA don't think that because they look at him and they be like, well, that's the role player, Austin Rivers. And he's always been that. And so that's what he's always going to be. And so that's probably what his, at this point,
go to.
He just signed somewhere too.
Was it the Jazz?
Is it Utah or is it Sacramento? He's out west.
Yeah, I know.
He just went out west.
But I mean, I think
it might be the Jazz. Actually, it might be the Jazz.
It's credence to what you're saying too, because of the simple fact, like Austin, like legitimately, 5 people on the Boston Celtics already told you, like, yeah, like he was scoring on NBA talent when this man was in high school,
and that's why he thought he was just ready to go.
By
Minnesota, he signed with. Oh, that's a really good signing. That's right, because he start him over D'Lo. Start him over D'Lo. Please let that be his starting. Let that be his starting opportunity.
That might be his shot.
Start him over.
Might be his shot.
Well, listen, he's had a couple of shots. He's had a couple of shots.
Well, his dad traded him.
Right, multiple times.
Now they take the power away from his pops and then trade him.
Yeah, literally. Like, you won't trade your son? We will.
All right. You're fired from this role,
but here's my thing with
it.
He
also
like,
traded his son-in-law.
Yeah, he did do that. He did that. He did that. Here's my thing with it, right? Like that's the whole point of that is if you make the decision to go get Marcus Teague or Austin Rivers, that's on you. Because Draymond Green was sitting right there. If you make the decision to go get Eddie Curry, That's on you. Kwame Brown, that's on you. So like I'm fine with the rule change. We got on all of that because of Bronny coming to the league. I'm fine with them switching the rule back in if it happens to happen next season so Bronny can get in the NBA. Guess what? I don't think you'll see as many teams. You'll see a desperate team do it.
What, draft Bron?
Yeah. You'll see a desperate team do it.
I'd say like.
You'll see a OKC possibly do it.
Well, I think that's what he'll.
Are they desperate?
I think that's what he'll go. Cause they got the. Picks.
I don't think they're desperate. They're rebuilding.
I think they'll be. But the thing is, right? You get Bronny, you get LeBron for a season to teach all your young pieces how to play.
What if San Antonio's lying in wait for Bronny?
Bro, him under
San Antonio.
That would be great. If San Antonio's lying in wait.
I don't think Pop's foolish enough to do it. Because you got to think about it, right? Like, I think Bronny's going to be really good. I really do. I think Bronny's going to be really good. But you don't know what he's going to be like at the NBA level, especially going from high school to the NBA level.
Right.
Dang, that's crazy. Didn't they change that rule right after Bron?
I changed it after.
I thought it was a couple. I thought it was.
It might have been a couple of years later.
It was a couple years later.
I know Brian came and then like the rule changed. I was gonna say that'd be crazy, right? Like they changed it the year his son
talent
come
fell
out.
extreme, like a lot.
It did.
After, like, Bron.
It did. But here's the thing: that's on you for picking that talent. It's not on the player. The player got his bag. Shout out to him. But I think that's the thing, right? Like I don't think Pop's dumb enough to be like. Or I don't want to say dumb enough. I don't think Pops would get suckered into we're gonna get Bronny so that we can get Brian for a year.
But also,
and I can coach Brian for a year.
Wasn't there? It wasn't a rule in place. Like now, if you decide to leave college and hire an agent and you don't get drafted, can't you go back?
Go back.
Before you couldn't do that.
Go back before.
Right before, like if you signed an agent, it was a wrap. There's no college.
You keep your rights. Yeah.
So like,
it's not a lot of dudes that do that.
I think worst case scenario, like he keeps his 4 years of eligibility.
No, if Bronny get drafted, Bronny's gonna get drafted.
No, I know that. I'm just talking about any other like.
But the thing, any other high school player is completely different. But Bronny's gonna get drafted because people want Brian.
What position does he play at?
Shooting guard.
He'll be a 2 right now. Although he is growing still.
What if Bronny ends up like Dwayne Wade and then
the
Dwayne Wade's son ends up like what? Because what is it Dwayne Wade's son play?
Zaire.
I don't think Zaire gonna make it.
Zaire played too.
Zaire been in the G League like 2 years, ain't he?
Unfortunately, I don't think he.
He been on the Ignite like 2 years.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but he been with the Salt Lake team in Utah.
Was he with the Utah team?
Yeah, he been with the Salt Lake team in Utah.
When your dad on part of the team, but you still can't make the main roster.
He plays the 2.
He played the 2.
Who, Zaire?
Yeah,
Zaire.
He played a 1.
Is it a point?
Yeah, he played a 1.
Oh, close.
Because what is his height?
6'2".
Same as his dad, a little bit bigger than his dad, maybe.
6'2".
He gonna gonna get him down there in Miami.
No, he is smaller than his dad.
He gonna get Pat to pick him up.
I can't.
He gonna get Pat to pick him up.
He been in the league 2 years. He ain't got him to pick him up yet. You gotta take a leap out here. You gotta be able to play against NBA talent.
He gotta make a jump.
Wait, this is his second year, or he's played legit?
No, he got drafted pre-COVID, I think.
This is his second year.
Cause I remember it. I remember when they were like doing the G League draft and like he got drafted to Salt Lake and they was sitting there high-fiving and hugging and everybody was excited. I remember it was like 2019.
Oh wow!
So he been in the league for a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gonna make it.
Because them the kids we've been looking at is Zaire, Bronny, and Melo's son, right?
I was looking at Kenyon Martin's son.
Cayenne is a little different.
Kenyon Martin's son.
I was looking at Kenyon Martin Jr.
I do think that
it's a bucket.
At the end of the day, I do think Bryce. I think that.
Hey, did Scottie Pippen Jr. get signed somewhere?
He's in LA.
They signed him to a contract deal? Bro, this is crazy. Y'all got to think about this. This is crazy. Brian is finna play with Scottie's son. He finna play with
Shaq's son too.
Shaq's
Hold
son.
on, I thought, but he said he was thinking.
I don't know if Sharif made it.
Well, yeah, I don't think
Sharif gonna make it.
They said thank you for the opportunity. I don't know if he made it.
Yeah, I don't know if Sharif made it. But it's another son that he playing with on that team.
He got more years of eligibility, right? He got 1 more year eligibility.
Somebody he played with last year. He played with their dad as well. I forget who it is.
I don't know.
Somebody in the chat let us know.
But I think my last
Hit the like
point I was
button.
gonna make was like I think that LeBron is gonna be under that same treatment as like Bronny and them is gonna be under that same treatment where it's like Bronny will be the guy that they're focusing on now, kind of like Lonzo. But I think Bryce.
Oh, you think the Ball brothers?
I think Bryce.
You think it's gonna be the Ball brothers?
I got it.
What?
Bryce is the same height as Bron now.
Yeah.
I got it.
Like now. And
Bryce don't look like he like basketball. Though. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
to you.
no.
Bryce.
Bryce got to look out for. They got to get Dion. Got to get old girl to come talk to Bryce.
Hey.
Because Bryce gonna get lost in the sauce.
Hey, Bryce looked like he want to sit at the crib and watch anime. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
But I got you. You know what's gonna happen?
What?
And book it.
Well, at least get on camera.
My bad. Hey, it's me. It's me again. You're a local correspondent. Look,
Wrong one.
your man, billionaire Bron wants to own a team in Las Vegas, right? Right?
That's wild, dog.
Right? Right? Am I right? What camera am I looking at?
He owns a team.
He wants to own a team in Las Vegas, right? And he gonna get all his friends' children to play for that said team. And guess what? They're gonna run it up on all these Negroes. Not the Bulls, but hopefully everybody else. Not the Bulls, but hopefully everybody else. You got me?
I don't think.
Okay. Okay.
Zaire-
That's
Zaire-
exactly what's finna happen. It's gonna be LeBron.
So he's gonna turn into Michael Jordan.
It's gonna
He's gonna become Jordan in Charlotte, just drafting North Carolina dudes for 10 years.
I could see it getting crazy and him getting both his sons.
I can see that.
yeah. I mean, I'm exaggerating when I say all his kids,
Bro,
but he literally might.
like that.
He literally might have Bronny. It could be Bronny. Bronny, Bryce. It's Bryce, right?
Literally,
it's Bryce, right?
It's Bryce, yeah.
Bronny, Bryce, Melo's son.
But that's like
I don't. Melo's son is a while from now, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Melo's son play like Melo, but that's not gonna work if he don't grow. And ain't he? What is he? He's 16. He still got a lot of time.
He got genes on his side because Lala ain't short.
No, yeah, he definitely got genes. There's a lot of time for him to grow, but I'm just saying, like that style of play, like you kind of got to be 6'8".
That's fine. I'm just saying they just have to, because as long as they develop a complete game and then let them grow.
Yeah.
But they, like, in the meantime, your father's an NBA player. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he'll be. I think
the
he'll
opportunities will
But
be there.
I think the difference is right. Like Bronny is probably done growing. Probably like he might get one more.
6'4", 6'5".
He's 6'4",
He's
6'5".
17 or 18 yet?
17, I think. He might get one more spurt. He might get one more
You don't stop
spurt.
growing until 21.
Yeah.
Men don't stop growing until 21.
Yeah.
I mean, look though.
What year you stop growing?
Bro.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows.
I was darn from the start. Like I came like if just looking at my body style, I was probably supposed to be playing football, but I love baseball. So what did they do that at? What did they do that at? Like what? No. Like look at this. I was supposed to be really playing fullback for the Bears and probably would end up drafted by the Giants or something.
Yeah, I just right. Pat Mahomes it, but in reverse. I don't know, bro. I just look at that whole you dig right, and I'm like, I think Bronny's like now I'm starting to see Bronny kind of take that step to like, oh no, I'm finna be cold. But like the other ones, I look like Zaire. I never looked at Zaire and was like, no, he next up.
No,
I never looked at Zaire that way.
I think Zaire's just like a little behind.
But what if he on a Gary Payton?
But he's ahead of everybody
path?
else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if he on Gary Payton the second path? Like where
Gary Payton the second's nowhere near his dad.
No, but I'm saying, look, I'm talking about the exact path he took, where like he cruised, like he was in the G League for a minute.
Yeah.
He was on his last leg with being with the G League with the Warriors, and they finally found him a spot.
But
it's gonna be like that for a team for Zach.
I think,
But ain't nobody on Utah.
I think the problem with that,
He said, but ain't
Ain't nobody there. Like, what's
They got
the
space
need?
up there. Like,
Yeah,
all
there's
about
plenty of
themselves.
space. He still ain't getting it.
the problem with that is the fact that everybody already knew that Gary Payton II was a clamp. Like, there's nothing that Zaire does particularly great for me to put him on the roster.
It's still early, by the way.
But I think that's the question, right? Like, it's like,
Why do they have to be so like amazing at high school? I know the stakes is high and like LeBron was, but that's the outlier.
because
But he
you,
wasn't
no,
never
because
that great in high, he didn't get no D1 offers.
who?
Zaire.
Zaire, no, yeah, Zaire one. Like he was really good in high school, but the thing is, right? Like also you're playing against the best competition in the country all the time. Like Bryce ain't or Bronny ain't playing against just anybody. Like when Bronny came here to play against
Simeon?
No, it was.
It was.
Why am I thinking? See, he plays for Sierra Canyon. Who was the team he came here to play for or play against?
Wasn't it Glenbard East?
Is it Glenberg East?
Yeah, it was.
I think it was Glenberg East.
Yeah.
But like, they got some of the best hoopers in the state here.
Bro, their starting five is full of 4 D1.
They all going D1.
That's crazy.
So like, he came here to play that and barely beat him. But he came here to play that, right? Like, so he's not just playing against like anybody. He's playing against the best in the country right now. And so like, that's kind of the thing where like, you look at it and they have to be the best because you playing against the best. Or you gonna get cooked.
And the thing,
I think he should go to college.
and I think the thing that's actually working in his favor with
He could,
I
but
think he should go to college.
Sierra
I think Zaire
Canyon-
should have went to college.
Sierra Canyon has it where
I like going to the G League first. I like going straight to the G League. I do.
that's cool
I personally like it.
because you get your bread, you get actual NBA.
Get your money. You're making it as
Actual
you're getting
NBA
professional. You're getting NBA coaching. You're getting a system. You're learning a system. Because the thing is, right? Like you think about it, it's better to go to the G League now than it is to go to college.
I agree.
Because in college,
because the NCAA.
no, because college is still. JJ Redick was talking about it. College is still playing the same game that they were playing in the 80s.
That's all.
Oh,
it is,
yeah.
yep.
Like it's still
you're stuck in the system.
getting
Drafted.
your sets. Then here and we're gonna move the ball around and now set that screen.
Good old Hoosier basketball.
legit.
You take the step, you make the chest pass.
Legit. JJ said he went back and he was watching Duke and he was like, they running the same sets we ran.
Really? Wow.
He said they're running the exact same sets.
That's probably the same thing for Q's, Louisville.
You know what I'm
Kentucky.
saying? But like in the NBA,
You still running that, bro.
That 2-3 zone.
to death. To death.
But you gotta stop it. You
to
gotta
this
stop
day.
it. You gotta.
To this day.
But you know what though?
You pass to the center, you
to
pass
this
it out,
day.
swing it around.
That would be AD's favorite team just without the full court press.
No, he's adding in the full court press.
Bro,
He's adding in the full court press.
they legitimately stay in
Hey,
the
bro.
2-3 zone.
as soon as
2-3
the ball
zone.
is tipped off.
Bro, they go back. You ever seen them lose the tip? It's literally lose the tip.
Boom.
They
Yeah.
just spread out into a 2-3 zone.
Goodness gracious.
Hey, man.
Well, hold on. Can you imagine having like? But we went through that in the NBA where it was a series of or a generation of
Yeah,
NBA
but
players that couldn't do anything in the zone because they had never seen it.
But the game has changed 10 times since then. You know what I'm saying?
What, 20 years, bro?
Since JJ was drafted?
Well, I mean, not even JJ. Like, well, I mean, since Melo, really, we can even go to Melo.
Since Melo was
about
drafted.
20.
Yeah. They still running that same system, you know what I mean?
Crazy.
And I think that's the thing, right? Like you look at all the differences, and now the NBA is just completely different. It's a completely different basketball game.
That's why I like, at least with the NCAA.
College football kind of is that way as well, with like the differences from the NFL, but
everybody's just so much bigger. And faster.
everybody's fast.
Everybody's bigger.
Everybody's fast.
Like your linemen are running.
Yeah.
Still running.
Roquan is just.
Yeah, he's putting people on their necks. Hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in for another episode of the Daily Show, man.
One more note.
What you got?
One more note. Big shout out to Eddie O. who's moving on.
Oh, we didn't
Blackhawks.
talk about Edzo. Big shout out to Edzo,
Big shout
man.
out to Edzo. Like, we appreciate you, King. Always, you know.
Now relax.
We appreciate you.
Don't throw the king.
Oh, sorry. But being a
I love Edzo,
in
man.
the broadcast space,
He's a broadcast king. He's a broadcast legend.
From what we do, like
I love.
top tier color commentate.
Let's be real. He's the reason you know about hockey.
Oh, definitely.
He's the reason you know what hockey, like how hockey, bro. Like he's the reason you know about a line change and how guys should play it on the defense.
Since
and how
they put the Blackhawks on television, or even before then, if you were listening on the radio,
this is gonna be so unbearable to watch.
it's like you are appreciated. Get your bag. Enjoy Seattle.
I mean, but
Get you a medical card.
Seattle.
Smoke up. Do what you need to do. But
the Kraken are in
yeah,
Seattle.
the Kraken are in Seattle.
I was thinking, what's Vegas's? The Knights.
The Golden
I was
Knights.
thinking the Knights. I was thinking the Knights. Yeah.
But get yours, Edio. Get yours,
Man,
Edio.
we gonna miss
It
you
is
here, Edio.
Whatever happened,
Edzo,
we'll never
man,
know.
that
but,
sucks.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Salute.
Bro, there's no reason to watch the Blackhawks now.
oh no.
There's zero reason
I'm
to watch
looking
the
for another
Blackhawks
team
now.
as we speak. It'll either be the Maple Leafs or the Oilers. I like the.
As long as you don't pick the Blues, I don't care.
No, never. Never.
First off,
Never.
hold up.
Or Florida. I was about to flip on the bird.
the
I'm sorry, but
the
no.
or-
St. Louis could still stick it.
Hey,
and
hey,
the Senators.
why would you pick the Maple Leafs?
or Nashville? Because I like Toronto. I like the jerseys. I like the Oilers because they're Bears color. They have an alternate jersey that has the Bears colors.
Well, Connor McDavid is that dude.
Yeah, and they still can't get out the first round.
Then still,
Like, why would you pick a? You just like cursed franchises, don't you? You just Cubs fan.
like that would say the kid.
Gonna pick the Maple Leafs. Like,
I like
you
the
just,
Maple Leafs.
You just rock with cursed franchises.
I mean, I could go like full like Ferris Bueller and get like the Red.
I'm going one of the new franchises.
Who?
I mean, I might rock with Seattle. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Because here's the thing, I'll always keep an eye on the Blackhawks. I'm not saying like I'm not. I'll always be a Blackhawks fan first. I'll always watch it. But like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, there's nothing left. There's not like you got rid of everything, and I'm with you. Like they sent out an email, right? And I kind of get it, right? Like you have to commit to a full on
To the season ticket holder?
rebuild.
Or to the
I think somebody just emailed him and
To
they
the
just
fans?
emailed him back. Yeah, to one of the fans. And how he broke it down was basically right. Like when teams commit to a half rebuild, it doesn't work.
no.
A retool doesn't do this. For you to have a 10-year run, because you got to remember the NHL is hard cap.
Yeah.
So it's hard to have those 30, 40-year runs like other sports can have where you're just great most of the time. Like it's a hard cap.
And we won.
Like think about it. We got rid of we won our first Stanley Cup and then got rid of our defenseman.
Yeah, I don't like the way they did Dustin Byfuglien. I still miss that guy.
But we had no choice.
Yeah, I had no choice.
It was get rid of Byfuglien and get rid of some other pieces that were very key in winning you more Stanley Cups.
Well, look at
so
what
like
ended
it
up killing us
sucked.
is a old
And not having
deep,
defensemen,
like,
not having defensemen. No, it definitely sucked. But the thing is, right? Like, no, what killed us was trading Nick Leddy and bringing back freaking who'd we get in that trade?
I know you're talking about the offense.
No, we got back the because Q didn't like Nick Leddy.
Plus, we got
meanwhile,
rid of Duncan Keith a couple of times.
did we bring back?
he just retired. Shout out to Duncan Keith.
No, it wasn't Keith that we brought. Maybe it was Keith
Nah,
we brought back. Was it Keith or was it Jarmelson we brought back in that deal?
We traded Keith.
Was it Jarmelson we brought back in that deal?
I think, yeah.
But Keith came back and won more Stanley Cup. Shout out to Keith was a big piece.
He knew what it was.
But no, I think we traded Jarmelson. I think we got Jarmelson back in that deal.
And my man them had to stop playing because he got too many concussions.
Who?
Short and spunky.
Oh, Andrew Shaw.
Andrew Shaw.
Yeah.
Shout out to Andrew Shaw too.
Yeah, he was cold.
Hey, Shaw was shit. He was throwing his body in spots that
Bro,
he shouldn't have been, brother. But I love Shawzy. But no, I just like I'm fine with you doing it, but like why are Taves and Kane still here?
Yeah, you gotta.
If you're gonna do it, do it.
Because they want to retire here, probably.
They do, and I think they both have NTCs.
Yeah, they want to retire here.
So maybe they're not gonna let you move them, but like if you're like,
Well, can we quickly predict
have we had
how much
the
longer do they
conversation?
have?
Taves and Kane probably could play for a while.
How old are they?
33.
Wow.
34, something like that.
Wowzers.
They up there.
Are they?
now.
Somebody
That's
look it
an
up.
even tougher spot.
Somebody look it up.
Because that's not old.
They in their 30s.
Because look how old.
Yo, that's really not old for hockey.
That's not old for hockey.
That's not old for hockey.
It's not old.
Look at Val Ovechkin.
Well, that's the thing.
Ovechkin has to be old.
It's not old for them because they don't get hit as much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that's old for some dudes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see 35-year-old John
Most of
Scott.
my man that played for Boston, I was like 6'10", playing hockey.
Yep, Kane is 33.
Kane is 33. That means Taze is probably 34. You talking about Zdeno Chara?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chara played for a long time.
Yeah.
So did the great one. He played for a long time too.
All of them do. You could play to 40. Like Taze and Kane could definitely play till they in their 40s. But it's about do they want to? Are they just gonna literally be like, we'll just stick here and suck for the next 5 years, and y'all just gonna have to deal with us because I'm not leaving Chicago.
Bro, that third, fourth line has to be a fire sale.
That's what I said. 34, 34 for Taze, 33.
That third or fourth line.
I knew Taze was a year older than Kane.
Bro.
That third or fourth line will be new players.
Bro, the first line is new players.
But I'm saying
They literally just cleaned the house. There's nothing left but Taze and Kane.
Spread, because before they made all the trades, they were spreading out. They were kind of, you know how you like they'll fill a line with cool like role player, good player. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that day is over.
Like Taze and Kane have to be on the same line, and then you have to fill in defensive men where you
might as well just play them together. Let them live their life. Let them if that's how they want to finish their career. Like that's really what it is. Because I think they both have no trade clauses. Neither of them want to leave Chicago, which is all right.
I wouldn't either.
But like it sucks for our team because like you're not going to be able to do a full on rebuild that way.
Yeah.
But I would love to see them be here when we winning again. But when you're talking about like you have to tear it down, we're probably gonna. What am I? I'm 27 now. I'll be 35 by the time the Blackhawks are good again.
Oh wow,
That's a fact.
I guarantee that.
because who's up and coming? The Rangers just started coming back now. The New York Rangers.
New York Rangers did something.
The Oilers.
New York Rangers did something. Oilers we just said that they can't get out the first round. Say
Yeah,
like even though
Maple Leafs can't.
Even though Connor McDavid is good, Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said for me right that like that
But the Golden Knights are in.
you'll be 40.
Yeah.
You'll be 40 when the Blackhawks are good again for sure.
Yeah. Blackhawks saying
Like that's like hockey.
you just got to get that team.
Hockey-
Don't even bother getting a name on it.
Hockey,
Get your own name.
yeah, for sure, right? You know what I'm
Get
saying?
your own name on the back.
Moranzoni goes real well. It
on
looked
the-
like a hockey name
on the
anyway.
hockey sweater. Sorry, on the hockey
What did he
sweater.
say? What did he say? Yep, that's a S, a K, and a J all next to each other. So that's a no.
Let's do that hockey. It's gonna be a lot of that. Let's do that,
Bro,
hockey.
I'm telling you, like I'm gonna just end up like
Hey, I'm gonna give me a Wolves jersey. Tell you that, or a Wolves sweater. Tell you that much.
I'm gonna end up just finding a team that like. And that really might be what it is,
Yeah, it
right?
might be.
Like I did that when the Blackhawks were bad. That's really what I did.
AHL.
I just watched the Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves.
Because there was no point in me watching the Blackhawks. Because one, they were trash, and two, they wasn't on TV. I couldn't even watch them. I would just hear them.
Oh yeah.
I legit like the Blackhawks. When I was a kid, the Blackhawks were a mythological team to me because I only heard them on the radio.
And chickens were teeped in.
Like I knew, no. They was still like, well, yeah, they were a little cheaper.
They were cheap.
But the problem was that the opposing team's fans would all like rally, like Red Wings fans were like deep in that. I think
Detroit,
I went.
Yeah, Detroit.
I think I went to.
Detroit,
Heavy.
bro. Detroit.
Hey, it's like
when they
you.
was in it. They was in it.
It's like you and like 2,000 Blackhawks fans and they're trying to get a Detroit sucks chant going while you're down 5-1 in the second period, bro. Like the Blackhawks legit. Like I remember my dad took me to a Blackhawks game and they got their heads bludgeoned in. And like a fight happened and I was like, we won the fight. But like I remember seeing it and being like,
As the Canucks been rebuilding too, they have to have been, right?
yeah, well,
Because they faded when the Blackhawks started.
I just remember it being like, hey, I forgot they were a team.
Oh.
Like I had that was my first Blackhawks game. It's really the only Blackhawks game I've ever been to
Yeah, I've been to one.
because by the time I started paying attention to them, they got good and they was on TV.
Right.
They got good. So it's like I didn't pay attention to them then. Who was it? Nikolai Hobby-Bulin. That was my guy.
Hobby-Bulin,
The
yeah.
Bulin Wall. And Tony Amonte. And I mean, like, they were a decent team. They were fun to watch, but it was like, I'm getting my head kicked in every year. So, like, you didn't watch them all the time. I don't know, man. Hockey is just, I love hockey. I know we've lost the entire audience. I love hockey, but like,
baseball, what is it?
when you talk about a rebuild, like, it's not NFL. It's not baseball. It's not football. It's not basketball. It's a rebuild.
It would be better if the Blackhawks handled it better, but it's just like you're stacking bad press on top of bad press with everything with the sexual harassment situation, on top of that being associated with the dynasty that we love that got everybody into hockey.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, like, random black people loving hockey now. I'm like, oh my. Like it's that guy on Fox News that's like, oh yeah, we love the Blackhawks. Like this.
No.
Like, yo, it's
I don't never miss a
Stanley Cup was lit.
right. It's amazing. Like, literally, like, you did everything you could at this point to lose the new audience and the new hockey fans.
Well, that's a whole other thing. It's hard for me to root for.
Oh yeah. It's
Like, after knowing everything that happened, like, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you. Like, the fact that, like, it's an entirely new team is probably the best thing for me.
Oh yeah.
Because, like, there's nobody I'm looking at and I'm like, oh yeah, you knew that he was, like, sleeping with kids.
I need
Oh,
them
yeah,
to get
definitely.
rid of both in order for me to say
It's tough, bro. Like, it's really, like, I really, like, the last 2 years I wanted to, like, cover the Blackhawks and stuff like that, and I was like, I really can't. Like, I can't be objective because I can't sit down. Like, even watching the games, it took me, I think this year, I didn't watch a game until, like, 25 games in.
Bro, yeah, it was crazy.
Because everything that happened, I was like, bro, y'all serious right now? Y'all was just, oh, we win a Stanley Cup, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So it, like, that didn't sit right with me. Yeah, I mean, that didn't sit right with me. And then all of a sudden, it's like all the people that I like, oh, these are my guys. Like, Coach Q is an icon. And then they were like, hey, Q, we want to question you. And like, oh, well, I'm gonna resign from the Florida Panthers. What?
Yeah, bro, that once that started, I was like, okay, well,
Yeah, I mean, so for me, like, that's a whole different situation there. So, but like, I'm glad that they're rebuilding, but I also understand I'm not gonna see them win
For a while.
anytime. So I don't think you'll see a team.
Because these new kids that coming in, they can score, they can handle the puck, and it's like they doing new stuff. I like the new tricks they do.
Yeah, but it's about building it out.
Between the between on hockey rink is crazy. Like, yo,
Man,
like,
really, Patrick Kane be doing that,
Right, bro, it's crazy.
This is Patrick Kane, the movie.
bro, and Patrick Kane is the go-to because like even Benny put him in a bar.
What you mean?
Like Benny the Butcher put him in a bar. He said like,
Oh, Benny
he
the
said that-
Butcher.
yeah, that he was like, then I'm Patrick Kane and your crew, and it's like coming in with the between the legs with the stick, and then something like that. And
Yeah, J. Cole threw Ovechkin in the bar.
right, so I'm like, we getting hockey bars, like, bro, like,
You're not getting too many hockey bars. Bro.
He like low key, you know this, because they said J. Cole be, I think throughout these playoffs, they said J. Cole threw like a whole bunch of players in some of his bars, and all of the players that he threw in the bars lost.
That's tough.
I seen that.
that's wild.
J. Cole got the KOD.
Wow, like
J. Cole out here doing the Greenberg KOD.
keep me out of your rap music. Trying to win a chip.
Hey, I almost spit take on that one.
Trying to win a chip here.
Yeah, hey Cole, love the music. Don't rap about me.
Hey.
I'm trying to get to the chip here.
We understand. Yeah, you're from the Carolinas.
My favorite bars, bro.
What?
You
The Ovechkin bar.
no, the job bar that Cole had, because he was like
Oh, on the new joint.
You mugged his Cubs. Nah, man. What did he
I forget
say?
what he said. I know what you're talking about.
He was like,
Wait, I'm on my Grizzly John Morant or somehow. So I forget how he said it. Yeah.
That's funny.
nah, cause right after that he referenced the Cubs and something like, I'm gonna be in the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
It's like on one of the first tracks.
Who
Sounds about rigged.
before we didn't win over already, so might as well. Who is going to win first out of the rebuilds? Bears, Blackhawks, Cubs. You got 3 rebuilds going on in a major city right
The
now.
Bears.
It's the Bears.
A championship?
Bears.
Oh.
The Bears.
I feel like the Cubs are last. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You would.
No, I feel like they're last because y'all don't want to spend money on nobody.
For now.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
Hey, it's not even my Cubs. Hey, I really feel like y'all last because like y'all literally just be like Wilson Contreras. How many catchers catch and hit?
You're preaching. You're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir. Sign this man.
And the problem is like y'all didn't make the decision while he still had a couple years on the deal to be like, let's trade this guy because he's the most valuable piece on the team.
Sign him. They really just have to give him a pen. He wants to be here.
I feel like,
That's crazy.
man, I feel like
Like they've been him and Han. We waiting for the Yankees to come back
it
around.
sucks, and maybe it's just because I'm so let down by the Bears forever. But I feel like the Blackhawks are going to be the team that wins first. Again,
bro. Come on, the Bears.
No, I think the Bulls got a shot. I think the White Sox got a shot. But
But they're not rebuilding.
they're not rebuilding though. But out of the rebuilding teams, I think
Bears. I'm saying it now. Bears.
it could depending on what they do next year.
Because the Blackhawks haven't even said to themselves and looked in the mirror like we're rebuilding. They don't know they're rebuilding.
But
We know it. They
But
don't
you know what? You know what the crazy thing is, right? Like a hockey rebuild, if done right, is so structured that you'll be competitive for so long.
Yeah.
Football is like, if Justin Fields goes down,
It's a wrap.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's the end of everything. Basketball is like, if Zach LaVine goes down, that's it. Like literally, baseball is kind of a little more structured where you can do it that. But hockey, it takes so many people to do something that you could lose a piece that you're like, oh, we just lost a major piece. And you would be like, we still winning though.
Right.
Like we can still win.
But it's up to them.
We lost a goalie and going into a Stanley Cup run.
But you just gotta coach. They gotta get coached up. That's the biggest thing. Like the Blackhawks have to figure out what they want to do, who they want to
back
have.
and watch them Stanley Cups, man. I missed that.
Right.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. Joined by the squad in the building, man. We got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Stefan the Don in that chat, and of course, Mr. Two Letters. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better, bro? Nobody.
Watch this.
Watch this. That was a really good tiny desk, though. I ain't mad.
Yeah, I should do the same.
Hey, man, as always, it's your boy, Bad Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. We'll see y'all tomorrow, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace.